Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. I am the H-Town vet, and I would like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans, active duty members, and their dependents. Come into the room, family. Come into the room. We thank you for being here, and we thank you for coming in a timely fashion. See who's in the room. We have our brother. Let me make the screen larger. All right, give me a second. We have our brother, MG Smith says, H-Town, good evening to the family. Good evening to you and the family. So we're glad that you're here, brother. Then I spoke back to him. We did that before the live stream started. Then we have Coasty says, hello, H-Town and family. Y'all let me know how the sound is, because if the sound starts going out, let me know, because we want to make sure we're going to get a new cord if that's the case. So Coasty says, hello, H-Town and the family. Says, hi, MG Smith. MG Smith says, hi, Coasty. Then we have Gwendolyn Boyd, our sister, who gave us some good news on the last live stream, saying greetings. And Coasty say hi to Gwendolyn. So family, we're going to go ahead and get started here tonight. We're glad that you're here. We appreciate you. If you haven't had a chance to do so, smash that like button. That's those who are watching live and recorded. Because family, we're moving, we're doing great things. And then Betty Bops is in the room. She says, H-Town, hello, how are you doing? I'm wonderful. Had to get a little rest, but I'm wonderful. I got your emails, just got them now. I didn't get a chance to read them in detail, but we'll get back to that, okay, sister? And check on your updates. Thank you for all the information that you sent us. Now, Scott in Isis World say, hello, H-Town, vet, and the chat. And everybody speaking, Coasty speaking, the Betty and Scott in Isis World. And MG Smith, I say, Gwendolyn, greetings. Now, family, smash that like button. We're so glad that you're here. And let us know about that sound. Now, we're going to go by a standard operating procedure. As usual, we're going to keep going our SOP, where we follow the structure of our broadcast and live stream. So, family, the live stream objectives are going to be the topic, VA law, update, veteran news, channel information, and the after party. Now let's see what we have here. They saying happy birthday to Military Mike. Yes, indeed. Then we have Paul Cox says, hello, everyone. Now, family, let us continue. Now, our whole thing here, we're going to be on code, because as the channel is growing, and I know I sound extremely repetitive, but my voice is vibrating through the atmosphere. You know what they call me, what my brother said, a sensitive preacher. But guess what? I'm sensitive to danger, undermining, deceit, anything that might disrupt the channel or throw us off balance. So that's why we talk about it. You have to always be mindful of things when I can see things here and in the, on the back channel, as we say. Now, here we go. Stay on code. If I have to block some people, time some people out, you just stay focused. When someone when we have our new people coming on, our young people in the military, if I'm helping them, we help them. We're not going to be interrupting. Don't interrupt when we helping people. We doing that. Sometimes we may have to get off on something like that. If it's in a medical emergency, we're going to make sure people go to the right place, because we can't help them from here. So we're going to make sure they go, call 911 or something like that. And we suggest that you do that first. Here we go. Because people are testing the limits. They testing the limits, then they're running off. So I'm doing all this for a reason, family, because I've already started the process of dealing with people that's disrupting the channel. I already started it. And then when it get hot, see, I can see this because I'm looking at the whole channel. When it get heated, they break and run. Then they want to come back when things cool off. All right, because a lot of times we got to be careful what we're doing because people suck all the oxygen out of the room. Oh, look at we said we have Cindy says happy birthday, Military Mike. Yes, indeed. And then it say, and Ballcock say, and big hello to H-Town. Yeah, we got our sister Cindy Queen coming in here. Let's do it. We just made our 2,000 subscribers, family, and wouldn't have been able to do it without you. So we thank you. Okay. And I said, I'm gonna do a little for new people that's coming in. So you may have not chatted before. You may want to start chatting. We're gonna start going over things, but we're so glad that everybody's in the room. And they're saying hi to Sydney Queen. Yes, indeed. We're so glad to have you here. Okay, let's see here. All right, now there we go. Okay. So family, the rules, simply put, is know the rules, because as the channel growing, we're gonna have to be on top of this game. And nobody's immune from the rules. We here, we have our circle. Sometimes the circle gonna get smaller, everybody can't go, in the words of the late Nipsey Hussle. So we want to stay on top of it. Now, everybody can listen in, but when it comes to participating in the chat, we want to make sure. Oh, Lord. Let me see. Oh, I didn't know I had. Oh, boy. Let me see if I have a dual broadcast. Give me a second. Give me a second, okay, family? I hope y'all don't have trouble hearing me. He's saying it's a dual broadcast. I accidentally. We're going to try to deal with that, okay? Let's see, can I do it? All right. So now, when y'all say dual broadcast, what do y'all mean? Is there a problem? Let's see. No other broadcast should be doing right now. Let me make sure. Come on into the room, family. Let me go and check on the YouTube. I may have not canceled. Sometimes it doesn't cancel it on YouTube. So we're about to check that out now. Thank you for letting us know. Oh, family, we're moving up with the subscribers. All right, let's see what we're doing on the live. I only see one. When you say dual broadcast, I only see one. Anybody having trouble hearing me, or are you seeing something else other than what we're doing now? Because I don't see any other right now than what we're doing. All right. We're only live with one. Now let us continue. Another live video right now. I'm only one who liked. Now let me know if y'all having any other issue, because I don't know what's going on there, but we're going to keep it going. Keep so let's continue. We'll get to it. Here are the rules for those of you that don't know the rules or not familiar with the rules. The only people we have problems with the rules are the people that have been here a long time. The new people, even if we don't read the rules, make sure you refresh yourself. You agree. If you're going to chat, that's just if you're going to chat. You can listen in all day. We're going to give that warning, and we've already started implementing these rules. You say you get on, if we need to get on task, we chatting about something, I want y'all to focus. I may say, hey, let's get on task. And to get the day off, You might have a bad day, so we might just tell you, go on, chill, take it easy, because the channel is growing. We're gonna have a lot of new people in here. I didn't realize how many subscribers we have. Lord, I was looking through my list. It's amazing. Now, let me know, Brother Charleston. Then the permanent vacation is the last one. That comes from people who's continuously breaking the rules, and we have a few that are doing that, disrupting the vibe, coming up with emotionalism, doing little slick stuff, then hiding in the group like a victim. I'm telling y'all, I'm handling this here because we have a unique situation where we have y'all can share with each other in the chat, and we don't have a troll issue here like that. So the only people that can troll or be disruptive are the people that are here on a regular basis. Okay? Then they take off and run after they do it, and then they'll come back. Nah, but I'm on to you. And like we say, we're not trying to hook up offline because I don't want to be liable for anything that can get you banned too. So no more ruses. We're not doing any more ruses. Hey, I got to talk to this person. No. No mercy. No, none of that. We talking because these things have happened in the past, okay? Now let us continue, family. Now we're going to get on topic, but before we do that, I want to ask y'all, let me know. So do y'all see any other live streams? Brother Charleston, I did have some, it may have came up. Let me say, if anybody having any other live streams, do I have dual ones going on? Are you okay with this one? Give me a thumbs up or okay if the live stream is going well. Give us that because we're going to get ready to start the topic. Let us know if our sound is good as far as our mic, and let us know if the music is reasonable. Okay, good. Now keep me up because I think I have issues with my cable. So let's get ready to get started here. Thank you so much. Coasty say we okay. MG Smith say we okay. Paul say we okay on our end. And then Betty Bob say the sound is all right. It's bumping and kicking. Let's do this thing. You understand? Now, I enjoyed this live stream. The last one was wonderful. Amazing, family. We got right to it. No problems. All right, let's get to it. Now, let's see what our brothers say. Okay. I got the notification for this one. Okay. Now, and the topic for today is how VA ratings are not easy, but a direct function of symptoms and severity level. Did y'all hear us? And we're going to say that for everybody to make sure that you understand what we're saying. We're going to put it up on the screen. How VA disability ratings are not easy, but a direct function of symptoms and severity level. So family, we're going to talk. We always answer the question because we don't want no clickbait, and we don't want to give no clickbait. And that's why I got y'all keeping me in line here. Come on, wait. I'm having trouble because I'm having to double click, family. Give me a second. All right, now we get into it. So thank you so much. Let's get started. No, are they easy? The lie detector determined that was a lie. Okay. Now we're going to give an update because our sister's telling us what's going on with her life. She say, I received a 0% on 2 claims, 5 denials, but diagnosed, and 5 deferred. So right now I am still sitting at 90%. Everybody give her a praise. She keeps getting updates. That's when it's updates like that, let us know, and we're going to go into more detail. Thank you so much. Now, when people say it's easy, those are false statements. That's deceptive. When it comes to getting 100%, it's not easy. Let's use PTSD as an example. Okay? Let me ask you this. Does this seem easy? in order to get 100% for post-traumatic stress disorder, you have to have total occupational and social impairment due to such symptoms such as gross impairment of thought process or communication, persistent delusions or hallucinations, gross inappropriate behavior, consistent danger of hurting oneself, intermediate inability to perform active activities of daily life, including maintenance of minimal personal hygiene, disorientation of time or space. You don't know where you at, how you got there, or what. You may not even know who the president is. Memory loss for names of close relatives, own occupation. You may not even remember your own name. So when somebody says 100% is easy, even if a rating has 100, even if a condition has 100% rating, that don't make it easy. You get it based on a function of the symptoms, not based on somebody telling you how easy it is. Now, you say, Gwendolyn Boy, sounds like you had to fight for that 90%. So it wasn't easy, was it, family? Now, listen, we say, waiting on the results for my PTSD and depression and sleep apnea exam. See what it's saying? We going over that right now, fam. You hear what I'm saying? We can tie it in easy. We want to make sure that people watch and record it. Now, it ain't easy because some conditions don't even have 100% rating. So if somebody can tell you, oh, you got an ankle condition, I can get you 100% for that easy. No, you can't. There are only 2 ratings. There's only a 10% rating and a 20% rating. That's the highest that you can get. So the lie detector determined that was a lie. So even though they may not explicitly say it to you, you need to know when people telling you about how something is easy, watch your itching ears, because you don't want to fall into a situation where you're wasting time. If you don't have a condition that has 100% a rating schedule, you won't get it. The highest you can get for ankle injury is 20%. You either get a 10 for moderate or 20% for marked. And that's the law right there. Now, so 100% guaranteed, no such thing. But you can Google right now on YouTube, veteran channels and other places, other social media apps, and they'll be talking about 100% guaranteed. You'll never hear H-Town say that. No such things. Now let's continue. Now, remember, people making that's just empty promises. When people making guarantees that they can't produce, there are no guarantees when it comes to the VA, even if you have everything in line, because it's too many variables. It depends on what regional office your disability claim is in, or whether it's dealing with on a military base, or whether who's handling it. How many people are handling your claim? How heavy is their workload at the time? How competent the rater is? Am I right? Come on, fam. Now, remember, empty promises, that's just clickbait. And clickbait on the internet, content whose main purpose is to attract attention and to encourage visitors to click on a link to a particular web page with empty promises. Ain't nothing there. They say, oh, I'm gonna show you how to get easy 100%, but you get there, ain't no easy 100%. They just want you to go into another room, buy their membership, do this, become a part of this, and we'll help you later on. And they never get around to it. So now H-Town is going to give you the winning formula right now. Y'all ready for the winning formula? It's simple. You heard H-Town say simple. Well, the formula is simple. Getting the evidence may not be. It's the symptoms plus the severity level of the symptoms. So symptoms plus severity level equal your disability rating percentage. Let's use our sister as an example. Now look what she said. She say no, the 90% went through pretty smooth. Okay. So here's the thing. I never said that the process won't be easy like that. You know, she's talking to the chat, so I'm just commenting on what she wrote down. So yeah, I had from 50 to 70%. It didn't take me but 2 months. It would have took me 2 weeks if I had the CMP exam earlier. Here's the thing: nobody helping me with my claim promised me that it would have took that 2 months. It's just that the process went through like that. So I may have a claim that was smoother than others. None of them are ever easy because they're based on evidence. The more information you got together, the smoother it would be. I love her words. Smoother, never easy. Now listen to what Cindy Queen says. Gwendolyn Boyd, I believe in you. You will get it. It's only a matter of time and persistence. And ain't nobody talking about easy. They talking about persistence. Huh? And this is what I want to get. Empty promises is just that. Non-existing. See, let me tell you something. I can't do that. I can't clickbait. I can't make you false promises. This is why the channel is growing. And yeah, it's like, oh yeah, if I want to get tens of thousands of views, I can make empty promises, but that's credibility. That's credibility gone. Now listen what he says here. H-Town, the last 10% is the hardest because of VA math. Understand. Now, can I see? I love this here. See, we're talking about what we're talking about here. We can tie it all in. Listen, if you got 90%, like our sister Gwendolyn, all right? So our sister Gwendolyn got 90%. I want y'all to follow me. So if she get a new condition, that new condition has to have at least a 50% rating or higher for her to get a schedule of 100%. Now she can file for unemployability, but and she might get TDIU, which is a permanent 100%. The thing is, now listen, with VA math, once you got that 90%, that's out the way. Okay, other than you got 10% left. Well, you got just think of that 10% as you got to get at least half of that to round up to 100. Huh? So you're gonna have that 90. So you need at least 50% on something, and that's gonna get you halfway there because it starts all over again. It's only that 10% remaining. You got to have at least a 50% rating on something or higher to get it. That's what makes it so hard. I know it's now. Listen, it say Cindy say Gwendolyn Boyd. I believe in you. We did read that. Yes. It say now y'all did say that. Okay. And when y'all put the S symbol, I just pull it up, but I want now there go the formula right there. What sister Gwendolyn is going through, what our sister Cindy Queen was going through, what our brothers and sisters, other brothers and sisters who file their claims, they're based in your rating, your disability rating percentage, based on the symptoms you have and the severity level of those symptoms. Okay? So we say, hold on, H-Time, what you mean by the symptoms? Well, when you have hallucinations and you have suicidal ideation, that's or you have attempts of suicide, the symptom enough is enough to get you there. Or if you missing limbs, that's loss of use. Okay? So remember that we're going to talk about it. We're going to break this thing down. Now listen to this here. Charleston Zimmerman says accredited attorneys on YouTube talk like it's easy through them. Here's the thing. I love that y'all talking about it. They say that for advertisement, but what percentage of claims are they actually taking? Listen, are y'all listening to what I'm saying to you? So they say it's easy, but they may not take but 1 to 2 or 3% of the claims that come before them because they want the big high payout claims. So the claims that they take might be easier for them to win, but not always. But they're not taking everybody's claim. Those of you that don't have a lot of back pay coming, they may not take your claim. Am I making sense? So the claims that they choose to fight may be easier, or they have a track record of winning those. Am I making any sense? Thank you for saying that, Brother Charleston. Now, MG Smith says, Gwendolyn, you got a good plan of attack. Yes, indeed. See, we have to have plan of attacks. We got to have game strategies. Now we're going to get into it. We've given you the understanding where it's not easy. Now we're going to talk about how the VA, their structure, how they come up with your severity level. Okay, they do at least 4 things here, right? They give you the severity assessment. All right, they assess your disability, check it out, and we're going to talk about that. Then they use the rating criteria to give you a percentage. And there's a we're going to talk about direct correlation between the severity of your symptoms and your percentage rating. All right? Meaning the higher your severity level goes up, the higher your VA disability percentage goes up, dealing with scheduler ratings. Okay? Now, nobody's going to break it down like H-Town. Listen, then that's where your compensation comes into play. All right? Because the higher percentage you get, the more compensation you get. That means the more money you get and the more benefits you get. Come on, let's talk about it. Then the last thing we're going to talk about is H-Town's own chart of the 5 severity ranges, okay? I deal with them more in ranges, and we're going to get into that. That's my terminology. Let's get to it. The first one, as we saw on the list, is severity assessment. Now look at the chart. So let's say our sisters and brothers, you have a claim, okay? For example, I did because I have PTSD. So they have a rating schedule for PTSD. So they're going to be looking at they're going to be looking for things on particularly the DBQ, the VA, and first the CMP doctor or the private DBQ doctor. They're going to be looking for how frequent your symptoms are, or how often they occur. So that's the key thing. We got Brother Kevin in here. Everybody show love to Brother Kevin. He said, good evening, veteran fam. Yes. Now, listen. This is for almost all disabilities. Listen to me. Unless you don't have the body part anymore, your loss of use, they're going to deal with it based on loss of use instead of the severity level of it, okay? Now listen, the second thing is symptom duration. How long does the symptoms happen? Or let's use migraines as an example. So symptom frequency is how often you have the migraines. Then symptom duration, how long does a migraine attack happen? Okay, that's the symptom duration. Then the impact on daily life. What happens, right, when you have the symptoms? Can you function? Can farm girl go out there and take care of the horses and the goats? Impact on daily life. Can she do activities with her spouse and family? Then the last thing is the impact it has on you working. All right. So this is how they assess the severity. This is the severity assessment where they assess the severity of your symptoms. Okay. How long, how frequent do they impact your daily life, like at home, with family, doing other things, and impact on work life, fam. Okay. I'm just getting up the little what's columns here. We own it, and we got Farm Girl in. She say evening all, yes indeed. And we are getting everybody speaking to everybody. I don't know. I didn't see. Okay, say, Now I haven't seen military Mike. He said, "Oh no, no." Now here we go. Brother Charlton Zimmerman. Good evening. Okay. Oh, they speak now. Let's get back to it. I'm just making sure everybody had a chance to. Now let's go. Here we go, fam. So that's the assessment process dealing with your disability. So as somebody, our sister was saying earlier, Sister Gwendolyn, okay, either you're going to have usually three things happen with claims. Either the claim is going to get approved, and I think you said one of your 0% ratings got approved. The claims are going to, some of them may get deferred, or all of them may get deferred, where they still may need more information, okay? Or they don't have enough detail to make a decision, or they may deny the claim. Now, they use the program that they use to come up with rating your symptoms and measuring the severity level of them. It's called the VA SRD, Veterans Affairs Schedule for Rating Disabilities. This is their evaluation framework. You need to understand. I almost slipped up and said it. Look, it says, Charles say, good evening, farm girl. How's those goats? She say, I'm still not milking them, no matter what H-Town said, because she have male goats. I say, you gonna milk those goats? I didn't know she'd have all male. I gotta ask next time. So family, this is where we had, because Brother Kevin was saying that he had a claim deferred. Is it still deferred, Brother Kevin? Anybody in here that had any deferred claims, put deferred in the chat. In this last 6 months, who've had a deferred claim, put deferred in the chat. So they still, I know a couple of y'all have. So farm girl, I'm having, okay, now everybody, okay, here we go. Now, here we go. So let's talk about it. See how often deferred happens? Now look at this. Farm girl had a deferred claim. Okay. Coasty have a deferred claim. We're gonna have to do a live stream on deferred claims. Now, Kevin Cobart Sr. had a deferred claim. Gwendolyn Boyd, right now, I have 5 deferred claims. My God, whoa, man. Man, y'all doing good, family. We making it look good for the people that's watching recorded, and I appreciate y'all. Say, mine is a partial decision. Yes. Tell them how that works, brother. We talking about it right now, so you can discuss it. How is it a partial decision? They made a decision on some conditions, but not others, right? Here we go. Gwendolyn Boyd say, last year I had 1 deferred, then it was approved within 2 weeks. Now, Charleston says, question, what is meaning deferred? Where does it go to? So basically, it ain't necessary. It's still in the same place. It's not like they move it somewhere else. Let me leave you up here. So basically, what happens is the claim, they don't have either enough information to make a decision on it, like the DBQ may be incomplete. They may have sent you to a CMP exam and the doctor forgot to put their credentials on there. And we're going to talk about that tonight. Or they didn't give enough detail explaining why they came to the decision that they made. Huh? So deferred meaning they need more information to make a decision. So they might approve some, because I remember what Brother Kevin said. They deferred his PTSD, but they, tell me if I'm right, because I want to make sure I get you right. But other ones, they went on and made a decision. They approved the claims or denied, but I think most of them was approved. See, this is why we gonna get all this stuff together. Tell me if that helped. Deferred meaning they deferred their decision until they get more information. Okay. Now listen, Betty Bob say, please expand deferred claims. Yes, we're gonna do that. We're gonna definitely expand. We're gonna talk about deferred. See, that's why I go over it the way I do, family. So we're gonna get to all the topics, but we want to do it in an orderly fashion. You understand? The greatest weapon used against veterans is disorganization. Huh? Now, Kevin Cobart Sr. say, they made a decision on my mental health, but aid and attendance. Okay, so which one was deferred, Brother Kevin? Oh, aid and attendance was deferred. So they made a decision on his mental health claim, but aid and attendance was deferred. Now remember, aid and attendance is not scheduler rating, it's extra scheduler, meaning it's money you get outside the regular rating system. Come on now. Come on, it ain't based on your percentage. Now, see how we get into it, family? Now, listen. So when it comes to the program, the VASRD, the purpose, what is the purpose? Is to guide, it's a guide used by the VA to assess the impact of service-connected disabilities on a veteran's ability to work and earn a living. Now understand, at this point, you're service connected. They got that out the way. Now they're measuring the severity level. There's levels to this thing, huh? Then the evaluation process part of it. Can we talk about it? The evaluation part of it. This is why it might be deferred, because they're not able to make a proper decision on that condition, or it may be a few of conditions that they can't make a proper decision. They need more information. All right. Now, the second thing is the evaluation. Now we're dealing with symptoms. Provides specific criteria for evaluating a wide range of disabilities, considering factors like symptoms, severities, and limitations imposed by the condition. Now understand, symptoms could be any type of symptoms, like the scarring on the skin, right? How severe the scarring is, where it's so bad that your whole face is red. And then other limitations that are imposed. For example, you may not be able to do certain things or work on your job because it may affect your skin. So because of the type of work you're doing, right? Or if you're in the military, they don't want you to have no shaving profile. So that's the limitations that's imposed by your condition, right? Now, then the next thing they do here at the VASRD is the percentage rating. This is where your money at right here. This ain't got nothing to do with easy. It has to do with the evaluation process. Okay? We're dealing with the percentage rating. Assigns a percentage rating from 0 to 100% in increments of 10. Come on now. To each disability. All right? That's why when y'all tell me about a rating, when Sister Gwendolyn says she got a 0%, either you have 0%, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, or 100%. That is a scheduler rating. All right? Sometimes they are combined ratings. All right? Using VA math. Now, if we're going to get to this last one, this is for our brother Timothy and our sister Cindy Queen, who just did it. The last one is this VA rating of symptoms is not just for VA, used by the Army to rate service-connected disabilities for active duty soldiers with some modifications. So when Sister Cindy Queen and our brother Timothy is going through his active duties, getting ready to ETS out of the military, they have a similar evaluation process, but not necessarily exactly the same. Now, since y'all doing such wonderful information, let me go over that. Now, Let me make sure I don't miss. Let me see what we got here. Gwendolyn say deferred is when they drag approval or denial out for a few weeks longer. Yeah, that's simply put. So they don't have enough information to make a decision of whether they're going to approve or deny it. So they holding it up. It's pending. Is that a good way to put it? It's pending until they're able to make a decision. If they're not able to get more information, they may just go ahead and deny it, or they might approve it with the information they got. Huh? Now, Gwendolyn says deferred, they may schedule another CMP exam for another opinion from a doctor. That's called they need more information, right? Now, let's see what our brother's saying here. Kevin Cobart Sr. says, because I had housebound SMC, you can't get aid and attendance and housebound benefits. I had my provider to fill out a form for aid and attendance. Okay, right. You can't get housebound and aid and attendance at the same time. They're similar programs, but not the same. Aid and attendance is through, I know aid attendance is through the Veterans Healthcare Administration, and I forget where housebound. Where's housebound? Is that through the same program, or is that through the VBA, the Veterans Benefit Administration? What does housebound come through? Now, here we go. Charleston says, so does a deferred partial section of a claim when decided add percentage to the claim increase? So yes, so they may go ahead and make a decision on some of the disabilities, okay? But what they deferring on, that disability ain't going nowhere until they address the lack of information they need to make a decision. Come on. And so that makes sense. Okay. Here we go. Now let's get back to it. I hope the information is being informative. Let's get to it. The next thing after you do the assessment, right? The next thing you have to do is, what a VA does, is the rating criteria. Every condition has a rating criteria. I told you for ankle injuries, either it's going to be 10% or 20%. That's it. For PTSD, there's 5. There was 6. They're about to modify it. The update is going to be for mental health, any mental health condition, it's going to be 10, 30, 50, 70, or 100. Okay. For migraines, there's only about 4 or 5, and we're going to go over those. So all of them don't have full percentage ratings. It depends on it. I think what was for the skin condition? I think it's 80% for the sensitive skin, the scarring family. Now, severity level can be minor, the less severe. When you get a 0% rating, they saying it's not really affecting your daily life or your ability to function in a job setting, but you service connected for it, and you can file for an increase. Now, we talked about it, so let's talk about migraines. So we talked about PTSD. We talked about the ankle injury. PTSD has, you can go all the way up to 100%. The ankle injury, just the highest is 20%. Now let's talk about migraines and symptoms. There's a 0%. Now this is how they do it on the rating, the criteria. So they have rating criteria is the indicator that you have symptoms at certain levels, right? Oh, that symptoms at the 0% level. Oh, that symptoms at the 50% level. Oh, that symptom at the 100% level. Those are indicators that your condition is more severe based on the symptom you have and how bad the symptom is too, and the severity of that symptom. Let's talk about it. Now she say, I got approved for 2 clothing allowances. I never heard it. Family, double for the trouble. I had a knee brace for each knee. Family, have y'all ever heard of that? Now, we just got educated. That's why this is breaking news, and I would have did this later because it's not what we're talking about. But family, have you ever heard of somebody getting 2 clothing allowance? Not until tonight. That's why we need to interact with each other, family. Look what he said. I got approved. This is Sister Gwendolyn for 2 clothing allowance, double for my trouble. I have a knee brace for each knee. Bionic woman, look into it. Betty Bob said we have 15 likes and 15 watching. Say, no, I have not. I've never heard in my life of 2 clothing allowance until our sister Gwendolyn said. Then Betty Bob said, Gwendolyn, boy, congratulations. So that means if y'all have separate conditions that destroy your clothes, go talk to them about it. And one day, Sister Gwendolyn, we're going to need you to tell us more about that. Now, let's go back to the migraines. Sister, so this is, once they do the assessment, now they're going to go with the severity and they're going with the scheduler rate. Let's get with the rating criteria. Now, you see how we got up the rating criteria for migraines is they start off with a 0%. This rating is typically assigned to veterans with infrequent or less severe migraines that don't significantly impact their daily lives or ability to work. They have them, it's service connected, but it's not really something that interferes with them functioning in life or at work on a constant basis. It may do it mildly, and everybody's saying congratulations, yes indeed. Come on now, 2 of them. See, we learned something now. We may have to do a live stream on that one, family. We got all kind of live streams. Y'all been giving me all kind of content. That's why it's important to have the chat. Now, if migraines, 10% rating. Let's see what you need for a 10% rating for migraines. Well, the rating criteria. So we just using this as an example. Any condition can be plugged in just like this, depending on what the rating criteria is for that condition. All right. Now, when it comes migraines on the rating criteria, they have a 0% and a 10%. We're going to the 10%. So what's the rating criteria or the standard to get a 10% rating for migraines, or the indicators that you have a 10% rating dealing with your symptoms? Are we making sense? This rating is given to veterans with migraines that involve prostrating attacks. That's an indicator. That's a standard. That's a rating criteria occurring on average about once every 2 months over several months. So it has to happen over a period of time. The frequency has to keep coming back. Come on. So that's the rating criteria, and you get a 10%. Now listen what they say. He say, Gwendolyn, boy, I guess that is pants. That is so 2 knees per pant. Do you get allowance for 2 pants? Now that's serious. Well, I guess so if they paying her for 2 sets. Now, the rating criteria, they have a 30% rating on the rating criteria for migraines. Now, on a 30% rating on the rating criteria, and remember, these are the indicators of the symptoms and the severity level of those symptoms that measure what your percentage is going to be. Now, when you're dealing with a 30% rating, this rating is for veterans experiencing migraines with prostrating attacks occurring on average about once a month over several months. So remember, when you get a 10% rating, it's once every 2 months. When once every 2 months, when you get a 30% rating, it's once every month. Do you see the rating criteria or the indicator that if somebody put that on a DBQ form, the doctor put it on there? Oh, this occurs about every, these migraines occur once a month. Well, you should know, based on what we're telling you here, that if they gave you a 10% rating, say, no, It wasn't happening every 2 months, my migraines. They happen every month. And my doctor put it on the DBQ or the CMP exam. So you can tell them that that's an error and you quote the law. Huh? H-Town told you that, didn't it? Now 50% rated. Now that's why I say you have to go to the rating criteria, because people say you can get 100%. You cannot get 100% for migraines. The highest you can get for migraines is 50%. So anybody tell you 100% is easy? No, it depends on what the condition is and how severe those symptoms are. Ain't nobody walking there. They not handing out 100% like they hand out all free stuff. Our sister says, Gwendolyn Boy says, well, what they are giving me, I will be able to purchase lots of pants. Yeah, listen to her. She a mess. You tell the truth. You should look, she tell the truth. Betty Bob says 17 likes and 11 watching. Okay. Fam, we appreciate you. Now let's see what the rating criteria. Remember, the rating criteria is the symptoms that's connected to the percentage that you're getting. All right. The assessment is just they look at the duration. Okay. They look and once they write all that down, then they use the criteria to match up with the symptoms you got from the assessment. Am I making sense? So number one, when they do the assessment, the doctor do it on that DBQ, or you got it in your medical records from the VA hospital, and then they got the rating criteria. The rating criteria is what's used by that VA employee, that rating specialist, to look at the evidence and match it up. So if they see something, she says over 2K, over 2,000. If you need a ride to the bank, sister, let us know. Oh, Lord, that's all right. Now, on the rating criteria, see, we got it up there. We tying all this in, family. Now, so they say it's easy to get 100%. Well, you can't get but 50% for migraines. If anybody tell you we're gonna get you 100% for migraines, what can they promise you 100% for migraines? Put yes or Y in the chat, or no or N in the chat if they can. Can anybody promise you 100% for migraines, headaches? Put thumbs up for yes, thumbs down. You can use the emoji. Let us know. Can anybody say it's easy? You can get 100% for migraines. Now listen to what he says. MG Smith says, let us know in the chat, family. Can they, based on what I'm showing you, can anybody promise you 100% for migraines? Yes or no? All right. MG Smith said H-Town, they're not handing out 100% like it's charity. No, they're not. And brother Kevin Cowboy Sr. tell you that. He's one of our most recent one doing that. Our sister Cindy Queen can tell you that, what she had to go through and how she handling her business when it comes to that claims process. And we're appreciative of her sharing. Oh, look at my brother in the room. Now listen what we say no, they can't. Why can't their sister Gwendolyn? Why can't they promise you 100% for migraines? 100. Why they can't? We're gonna get to you, brother Timothy. I'm asking questions. You next. You coming up, brother. Betty Bob say no. Why can't they do that? MG Smith, no, they can't promise you 100% for migraines. Can't no VSO promise you that? No. You know why? Now let's get my brother says, good evening. Now listen to our brother John Timothy. Good evening, H-Town vet and everyone. Just dropped by to say happy birthday to Military Mike. Brother, let me know what you did today. Yes. I don't think he's in here. Now here we go. Now Charlton say maybe 100% with secondary migraines with sleep problems. Yes, indeed. Now listen what he said, because you can't get, what's the highest you can get for migraines, family? Somebody put in the chat. What's the highest percentage you can get for migraines? Put the percentage in the chat. I like what our brothers say. Charles say maybe 100% for secondary condition, migraines with sleep problems that might cause secondary. Okay. What's the highest you can get for migraines? Now look what our sister say. 50%. So how can somebody promise you 100% when the highest you can get based on the rating schedule, on the rating criteria? I mean, the rating schedule, rating criteria, based on the rating criteria, which is the rating schedule. You can't get but 50. So that's why y'all need to know whatever condition you have, go find out the rating criteria for that condition. What percentages you can get for that condition and what are the symptoms that go with it. Is power knowledge? Huh? Is this making sense? Now, listen, let me get back up here. I got to read because I kind of skipped over, because they was answering the question. Charleston say maybe. Oh, yeah, I did say that. Yeah, so you might be 50% for migraines, but you can say the migraines cause you to be depressed or cause other sleep problems, but it had to be service connected, whatever the sleep problem is. A service connected disability. If it causes another service connected disability, you can get 50% for the migraines, or you can be 0% for the migraines and get 50 or 100 for the secondary condition. Now, hello, T.I. That's Brother Timothy. Yes, indeed. And it say, Betty Bob saying how to take care of you and yours. We have two. Boy, we so happy for y'all. And everybody saying hi to John Timothy. Now, let us continue, fam. Now, understand, we talked about this here. This is where it's important, where you're going to find the information. So when they get ready to process your claim, and they take it through the program where they're assessing your symptoms and their severity level. We just went over that. This is the evidence you need to provide. Listen, clinical evidence. We're going to use, of course, migraines as an example. You need to, and this could plug in any condition that you have, and you can do the same thing. You need your service treatment records, your STRS. All right, documenting any mentions of migraines or related symptoms during service. This is heavy. Related symptoms. What are some of the symptoms of migraine? They may not have formally diagnosed you while you were in the military, but they might have described your symptoms in there. So, like, let's say I was in the military and they didn't diagnose me with PTSD. Okay, let's just say while I was in there, but they diagnosed me with the symptoms of PTSD, such as hypervigilance, aggravation, paranoia. Come on now. Obsessive compulsive disorder, if they could connect it to PTSD later in the game. Now, number two, medical records, including records from both the VA and private doctors, detailing the diagnosis, treatment, and severity of the migraines. Can I say it again? Listen, if they ever try to call you back in for a reduction or something, you can use the same information. That's why you continue to seek treatment and check out and see what they're writing in your chart about you, so you have protection and information that will protect you. Listen, medical records, including records from both the VA and private doctors. Don't just let them get your whole private doctor records. No. They got access to the VAB, the Veterans Benefit Administration has access to your VA hospital records. But your private records, you only give them the records that's pertaining to your condition, because you go in there and show them something else, they might find something else in there and say, oh, no, your back problem is because of this. Had a brother, he injured his back in Vietnam with the mortars, and it messed his back up. He about 18, 19. Well, he sent them all his private records. He was in his 60s, about 60. And they found that he was in a wreck driving big 18-wheeler trucks, and he re-injured his back. So they wouldn't give it to him because of the re-injured back. But he the one submitted all the evidence about all that. You only give them the evidence pertaining to your situation. Don't give them the information that's going to undermine your claim. Am I making sense? Number 3, nexus letter. Letter from medical professionals linking the migraines to service-connected conditions. Huh? Come on now. So that could be migraines, that could be PTSD, that could be GERD, anything you can plug in. Number 4, DBQ for migraines. All right, we talked about it. Specifically for migraines can help streamline the claim process. So you need to get the DBQ for your condition. If you suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, let's see, say 50%. Yes, indeed. Sounds good. Good evening, Brother Timothy. Now, if, oh Lord, I forgot what I was saying now. You got to get the DBQ for whatever condition. If it's an ankle injury, they have a DBQ for ankle injuries. If it's for PTSD, they have a DBQ, which is a disability benefits questionnaire for PTSD. If it's depression, they got one for depression and other mental health disorders. And you put all the other health mental disorders on the other DBQ. All right. So you got to make sure you have the right DBQ. You got to make sure you know the rating schedule, rating criteria for your condition. What percentages do they offer? What the percentages that don't offer? PTSD, you can go up to 100%. Scarring, you can go up to 80%. Ankle injury, you can go up to 20%. And migraines, you can go up to 50%. So once you know, now you can make a better game plan. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not leaving it to the person helping you because they might not even know the rating schedule and have you filing for something that you can't get 100% for because it's not in the rating criteria. The rating criteria stops at 50% or 20%. Come on now. That means you need to file for other conditions that pay at the 100%. Huh? Get that evidence boosted up. Do tinnitus pay at the 100% rate? No. Should you get it? Yes. But you need to focus on those high value claims. Now, here we go. Charleston says, question H-Town, don't want to get personal, but with PTSD, do you stay up to date, can't sleep, cause of your PTSD? Yeah, because so I talked to him. There's nothing wrong. We talking. I talked to my doctor on a constant basis. Like I was doing it every 3 months, but I got a little situation up in there, so it went down to 2 and maybe once a month. So, depends on like that. And they put in the record, and the doctor talked to me. I got my psychiatrist. God has always blessed me at the VA with such excellent psychiatrists. All right. So I don't know what to say. All right. So yes. So what I need to do is start looking at what they're writing in my chart. I am done that. But good question. Yes, you got to tell them the symptoms. But if I start telling them, you know what? What if I start saying to them, well, I don't take none of that medicine. I'm all right. I don't need none of that. Then they not probably gonna say nothing. But if the VA go in there right before I get my 20 years, that 20-year rule, and they see I'm not continually seeking treatment, they say, well, he can got better. Hold on, but I'm 100% permanent total. We got new and convincing evidence, new and material evidence that your condition has improved. Now, because I've had it so long, they would have to take me to 2 exams, and I would go get a private DBQ on top of that. If they take me to 2 exams, I go get 2 private DBQs from 2 different doctors to counter the ones that they gonna send me to. Come on now. Because once you've had the condition for 5 years, they got to send you to 2 exams, 2 unfavorable exams to reduce you. Come on, family. Knowledge is power. Now let's go to number 5. VA CMP exam for migraines. VA may require a CMP exam to assess the severity level of the migraines and determine the appropriate rating. Come on now. You say, I have heard terrible sleep. I have had terrible sleep for about 40 years. You need to get medication. What I suggest to any of y'all that y'all having problems with medication, if it's causing you to severe reactions, immediately contact your doctor. Don't take stuff that's affecting you real bad. Okay, like you passing out, or it's having a real adverse, you have an adverse reaction. Call your doctor immediately and tell them what's going on. They'll adjust the medication. It's called adjusting the medication or moving to another medication. Say no. Tell me what you said no to. I forget what I was talking about, Paul. Let me know what you said no to, so I know. So I can, make sure we on point. I forget what I said. Farm girl say, me too, Dennis. Yes. You need to be telling them every time you go into them appointments. Don't just tell your mental health doctor. Tell your doctor, your primary care physician too. Did you hear what I said? Come on now. I tell my primary care doctor about some of my mental health issues. I tell my doctor that my mental health doctor about some of the physical limitations based on the PTSD and some of the other things that happen. Come on now. The physical pain it caused me. Farm Girl Rebel says, mine not from PTSD, rather neck pain. And I believe that neck pain is service connected. Is it? Am I right? Or is it a secondary situation? Family, how are we doing? Are we doing okay? Are we getting this information out? Now listen, Farm Girl Rebel say, I'm rated for cervical degenerative disc disease with insomnia. Now from my mind, I haven't confirmed it, that I don't think that they give you, they don't rate insomnia separately anymore. It has to be part of another condition. Am I right? Now, it's not a standalone service connection anymore. Insomnia. Let me know. Farm Girl Rebel, it used to be. Farm Girl Rebel say service connected. Okay. Now look how blessed we are, family. We have 20 likes and 17 watching. So family, the whole goal is to make sure that we put out a quality product, because see, we just family chopping it up, but other people watching this. This is why we have 2,000 subscribers and counting. Since then, we got about 13 more subscribers since then. So we getting them the right way. Huh? The way you get them is the way you keep them. That's what my family taught me. That's what my big mama said. The way you get her is the way you're gonna have to keep her. If you're led with your money, that's what she's gonna be expecting from you, because you the one set those rules. I say, yes, ma'am. Huh? Yeah. That's I said. I mean, I was youngin', and I said, I think she into it for the material thing. I was young then. My big mama said, I have several grandmothers. She said, come on in, sit down, baby. You want something to eat? Huh? She could have just said, I told you so. No, she said, come sit down, baby. You want something to eat? I said, yes, ma'am. Boy, I miss them people to this day. Huh? I'm going over there to where they buried. All my ancestors buried for the last 170 years right here, over here in Houston. I'm going to, and I'm not a grave going person myself. But I want to go see all of them here. Thank them. Their memory will never be forgotten for what they helped me with. My big mama was the first person that told me that I had something wrong with me because of the war. She said that war messed you up, in her words. And I asked her, how so? She said, I don't know. You're not the child that I raised. Come on now. That's what she said, and she wrote a letter for me. My big mama been gone for almost 20 years. Next year will be 20 years. But she's here in my head and in my heart. And all my mama, my granddaddy, my great-granddaddy, my great-grandmother, all these people, I didn't think they'd ever pass. I'm getting sentimental. Let's get back on here. Now, Farm Girl say, nope, They didn't rate separately. Now I have to go in for mental health part of the insomnia, because your insomnia, not being able to sleep, is this now? Say, I would just tell them what's going on. Yes, indeed. Tell them what's happening with you when you're not being able to sleep. I like that, John. Family, we on point. See what we doing. We got a critical group right here where we own the business. So can't nobody come in here in Buffalo. So I need all y'all to be on point. See, I can't have people disruptive in this group. And I like I said, I will have, even with y'all, I may have you'll still be here, but you may not be able to chat, because we got to be on point. We got to make sure we put in a united front. If not, the trolls just gonna come in here and take over. You get what I'm saying? So we got to get the weak links out the way. You can watch, but we can't have you disrupting the chat, because we putting out this powerful information. Number 3, we went over the assessment. We've been over the rating criteria. Number 3, we're going to talk about how that severity level is a direct correlation between the level of impairment or functional loss and the VA compensation rating percentage. And level of impairment is the level of severity. Okay, we just using this term because it's not just based on your level of impairment, how it limit, but it could be functional loss, like you don't have no legs anymore, you might be missing body parts. So it's not that it's impaired, you lost total use of it. Come on now, let's talk about it now. And remember, the higher the level of impairment or functional loss, the higher the VA compensation rating on a scheduler. When you're dealing with a scheduler ratings, all right, not extra scheduler, go from 0 all the way up to a temporary 100%, which is TDIU, or a temporary 100%, meaning IU, individual unemployability, or a temporary 100%. I just kind of put them together there, and 100% permanent total, which is the highest, which could be TDIU or 100% PNT, scheduler rated. Both of them right there, right? Now, don't ever turn down no temporary 100%. Fam, are we breaking it down? Do y'all understand how much time I take putting all these charts together? Nowhere else you're going to find this information. I used to teach school. Now I get to express myself. I got selfish motives too, because I now y'all like my little students and stuff. Oh, it's late on. She got to take care of business. Everybody say good night to Cindy Queen. We thank her. We miss you. And we thank you for showing up. Everybody show love to her. Good night. I have to go. We're going to be thinking about that red velvet cake and your wonderful, energy that you bring here and the kindness. Let's see, we say, then our brother said, okay, he's showing his love now and kindness. Now, here we go. Let's talk about the correlation. How do they measure that correlation? We're going to talk about that ankle injury. Okay. And everybody's saying good night to our sister. And I'm glad she said good night. When y'all leaving, if y'all able to, say good night so we can say greetings to you. You won't be disrupting. Now, Cindy Queen, sleep tight. Good night. Yes. Now, let's say you had that ankle injury. Now, remember, when you're dealing with the severity, because that's what we're talking about tonight, how the VA disability ratings are not easy, but are a function of symptoms and severity level. So we're talking about the severity level tonight. So we already covered the diagnosis. That means the diagnosis is a given, okay? The second one is okay, because you got the service connection. Whenever you just filing for an increase, you already have the first 2 steps out the way. If you file for an increase, you already got the diagnosed illness and it's connected to your military service. Okay. Now you're just trying to get an increased severity level. Tell me if I'm making sense. So remember, the highest you can get for an ankle injury, and that's our example right here, is 20%. This young man has a 10% rating, so he's filing for an increase, the highest he can get, and that is the rating criteria is 20%. There are only 2 percentages on the rating criteria for ankle injury, 10 or 20. He was already 10%. He's filing for an increase to 20%. Let me ask y'all a question. If he wanted to file for migraines, and what's the highest he could get? What percentage is the highest he could get for migraines? Put an M in the chat for migraines and tell me what's the highest rating he could get. What's the rating criteria, the highest rating criteria for migraines? Let us know. See, family, we tying all these topics in. Now that I've immersed y'all in the information, now we're gonna start connecting the dots. What's the highest you can get on the rating criteria? And we want you to start using these terms so they make sense. Please, everybody put in there. Don't put it in there if you know it. And Betty Bob say H-Town makes plenty of sense. Thank you so much. Now, so Betty Bob say migraines, the highest rating you can get is 50%. So if somebody promised you 100% for migraines and all you got to give them is $10,000, what's the problem with that? They say, oh, you got migraines? Man, I'm about to get you 100% for migraines. Now, Charleston say 50% for migraines. That's the rating criteria. You can get 0, 10, 30, and 50 is the highest, okay? Rose City D say 50% for migraines. Then Rose City D says, good evening, H-Town vet, and salute the family in the chat. Yes, indeed. Then we have MG Smith say 50% is the highest rating you can get for migraine. See, family, y'all gonna start looking up all the conditions, and we gonna, Betty Bobs is giving me, and I believe Jay Oliver, was it you, MG Smith? Y'all gave, man, I think it's Jay Oliver, one of y'all gave me the thing for all the conditions, and we're gonna go over the ratings for all the major conditions. We're gonna go through sections. Who want to do that? Where we'll say, if you got mental health, you can only get these ratings. If you got a neck injury, these are the ratings for that. If you have scarring, these are the ratings for that. Give me a thumbs up or a yes if you want us to go over those, so you'll know and we can cover your position. Let us know. Now let's see. They speaking to our brother. Now listen, the no was to, can anyone promise you that they can get you 100% for migraine? Come on now, Paul. Can anybody promise you? No. All the ratings. So we're going to go over the ratings. Family, I'm about to get this together. You hear what I said? Huh? Listen, we're going to be the one. We're going to go. We're going to do a marathon. We might have to skip a minute. We're going to go for different conditions. We're going to talk about the rating schedules for different ones. Huh? We've done it for mental health. We just did the ones for migraines. We just did the ones for ankle injury. Do you want me to do the same thing for other conditions? Some going to be harder than others because of the way they measure the symptoms and severity level, but we're going to do our best to meet the challenge. So our sister said yes. Now Liz, thumbs up. Now listen, Betty Bob say H-Town would love to take that credit for the ratings. It was not for me. Okay. Now, one of y'all did it. I think it was our brother, JR, because he sent up, man, we're going to go over that. Family, we doing this here. So if somebody tell they can get you 90% for ankle injuries, you already know they're talking crazy. You can cancel them out because they don't know what they're doing. They may know some things, but their lack of knowledge and thoroughness, one mistake can cost you a whole bunch. You fighting for getting 100% for for your ankle, and the highest you can get is 20%. And guess what'll happen? You'll be waiting 3 or 4 years for a decision and get denied because it ain't no. And they come home and all they give you went from 10 to 20. Thinking you waiting for 100% on that. Now the secondary conditions, if you add any secondary conditions, yes. Or they may find some secondary conditions. Usually they're not motivated to do that. If they do, you can get rated for those. They're supposed to. Come on now, family. Family, we got 20 people in here because we're increasing the quality, and thank y'all for joining us. Now listen. Now let's talk about it. So H-Town, how can we find out about the symptoms? And where would they do the assessment at? How would they do the assessment? What the assessment? Now, ain't nobody gonna tell you like this here. It's gonna be, of course, on an independent medical exam. Let's say you went for an outside independent medical exam. Well, that could be that could be with a private doctor, or it could be done by a CMP exam. It's outside the VA. They even call the ones you do at the VA supposed to be an independent medical exam. I don't know how independent they are because they work for the VA. Now think about this here. The assessment part of the game, the doctors have most of control over there, right? They're going to put in some of the information in the assessment part of your disability. But guess who has control over the criteria, the rating criteria? That's when the VBA has control of that. Am I making sense now, family? So the VAB cannot put down the stuff of assessing you because they're not a mental health doctors, or they're not a specialist in that area. So they have to get outside medical opinions or evidence so that they can use the rating criteria and take it with the assessment, which could be a DBQ from a private doctor or a CMP exam they sent you to, or it could be evidence from in-service occurrence of an injury. So once they get that assessment, they make a decision based on the symptoms found in that assessment. Nexus letters and things like that, and the evaluation from doctors. Come on, they're gonna say, oh, the doctor said this symptom, so that symptom is on the rating criteria at 80%. That on the rating criteria for PTSD, they have gross hallucinations. That's on the rating schedule at the 100% rate. And all you need is one. Come on, let's talk about it. Now listen. Our brother Rose City D say, if you think somebody can get 100% for migraines, I got an island in the Bermuda Triangle I can sell you. But see, we don't know this because we got to get informed. When we walk in there and talk to these lawyers and talk to these VSOs and these claim consultants, when they start talking about 100% easy, my first question is, you don't even know what conditions I'm claiming. My condition may not be paid at the 100% rate. Am I making sense? So that mean they clickbait me, they hustle me. I'm from the streets. I wasn't a street dude, but I'm from the streets. I grew up in the hood. I know game when I hear it. Rose City D, Catalina Island. Y'all out of control, man. Y'all a mess. Y'all a mess. So remember, independent medical exam, meaning you have a doctor or a professional that deals with your condition, right? If it's sleep apnea, they may not be a doctor. They may be somebody that do the sleep study that can write up information helping you. Whatever the professional qualifications are for them to complete the report. Let's talk about it. All right. So they independent from the VA. That's why sometimes veterans like going to a private DBQ, so they don't have no influence from the VA. Come on now. Look what Jay Oliver say. Hey, me and Charleston on another live. What, another live? Not my live, huh? Oh God. Oh Lord. Somebody stealing my stuff. They might be broadcasting me twice. Somebody might be jacking my channel, man. Let me know. Report that and let me know what that is. What's the name title of that one? Because now that I'm at 2,000 subscribers, some people trying to live stream while I'm doing it. Let me know. Send me a link to that. Because they'll be trying to get my information over here because I'm starting to blow up because ain't nobody putting it out like H-Town. But I remain humble. I'm a Fifth Ward dude, so we're going to talk a little trash. But I love y'all. Let me know about that. What they have over there, J. Oliver? They got my name. You can hear me talking over there. What's going on? Now, Betty Bob said, hello, J. Oliver. And how did Jay say? They stealing your swag, H-Town. I got to find out what to do now. Am I that big time that people over there, they live streaming trying to get views off me? Oh, they doing my one on reevaluation. Huh? What you say? You the second person. Am I that big time family that people starting to steal my live stream? Huh? And what they say? They copied my style every mile, every inch. I got the hammer and the wrench. That what Nicki Minaj say. I heard my daughter say that. Oh Lord! Now listen, Betty Bob say sleep apnea doctor is a lawn doctor. Come on now. Now let me ask you this here: traumatic brain injury. What type of doctor you go for that? And we're gonna talk about the type of specialist that's dealing with your condition. Come on, let's talk about it. Huh? We're gonna do that too. Put that send me an email that I need to do a live stream on what doctor can fill out a DB evaluation for each condition. And what was the other one? What's the rating criteria for different conditions? We're gonna go over all that. Family, we're gonna do this thing. Now, here's where the issue comes in, family. Remember, we talk about severity, and they're going to measure severity level and symptoms. Usually, if they need new and material evidence, they're going to do it on the disability benefits questionnaire. Now, that could be a public one, the one you print off the internet, okay? Or it could be a CMP exam, DBQ, where they send you to, the VA sends you to a examiner. Okay. What are some of the ones they can send you to? QTC. What are some of the other ones? If you go to a CMP exam, DBQ, or disability benefit questionnaire, they fill it, that doctor fills it out. And a public DBQ, you can go to the doctor of your choice. Come on. And they're supposed to be weighted equally. And Dennis Sitter said it, a neurologist for TBI. What type of doctors would you go to if you had mental health problems? Give me examples who would be qualified to fill out the DBQ. Who would be qualified? Now, Dennis Sitter is right for one of the people that's qualified to fill out a disability questionnaire for traumatic brain injury, TBI, is a neurologist. Who would be qualified to do one for mental health? Let us know. Now, I'll bet about say, okay, I'll send it to you because I forget, sister, and I need y'all to have my back. Thank you so much for being a blessing. Hey, J. Oliver, hello. And they just talking to each other. Now, that's why it's important. The VA, now here's the problem. Here's the trick bag. And that's what that doctor was saying. Tell me the name because we gonna promote him, that doctor who's telling the truth. What's his name? Y'all, you remember I showed the video last time. Y'all told me about it. You hit me up to him. What's his name? The one, because I've been saying this for the longest, that if they have a public DBQ, I mean, if you have a public DBQ and a full developed claim, all your evidence together, you send it to the VA, and then they still send you to a CMP exam. Now, this is where I have to say, Mr. Expert, he was sharp, but I don't know. I'm kind of was worried. Now, I'm not saying, because I think he was solid on this. Now, I got to give him his props. You know, the guy trolled out, crashed out. But I don't know who's right on this, him or me. My concern is this. Let me put it like this, because this came up in one of the live streams when he was on there. He was saying you shouldn't have to go to a CMP exam, DBQ, get one filled out if you already done a public DBQ. You shouldn't have to, but you got to be real careful doing that. Okay? And this doctor, that doctor right there, Sherman, he said you should go to it. And I kind of agree with him because you may not be prepared to fight. And if you don't go to an exam, they can use it against you. Go to it, and you got it might be favorable for you. You know, some people don't, but they know how to fight it. Now, look at what this sister said. We got 20 likes and 16 watching. Family. Now, one person, when it comes to getting a DBQ, a public DBQ, if you're going out on your own and you want this doctor to fill it out, you can go to who? You can go to a therapist, and they should be able to fill out for mental health, depending on their qualifications. Make sure they have the right qualification. Who else can help you with a mental health DBQ? A PTSD or depression and other mental health disorders. Yes, indeed. Y'all say that doctor. I like him. He got about almost 5,000 subscribers. I'm gonna promote his channel because I want him to have more because he's so thorough. You know me, I don't like he be getting political. Well, I don't know why they do it. We got to play the game because he's a psychiatrist, I understand. Oh, a psychiatrist is another person. So you don't go to no leg doctor to fill out a PTSD DBQ. Don't go to a psychiatrist to fill out a DBQ on your back. Am I making sense? Come on, let's talk about it. Now, listen, MG Smith, H-Town, I seen a VA therapist first before they sent me to the psychiatrist. Now, that's solid information. Now, this is what Kevin Cobart Sr. is telling the truth on this. He's dropping hot fire. Listen, clinical social worker and psychologist. Yes, clinical social worker. Let me tell you why powerful those clinical social workers are. You remember I told you about, and thank you for bringing that up, Brother Kevin. I really appreciate you so much for doing it because that just blessed the live stream heavy. Remember I told you the brother, he got his 100%, but I told him they gonna propose to put somebody over your money, that they gonna have a fiduciary, because I say you're in bad condition, man, and I know I'm bad, but you worse than me. And they gave him 100% for mental health, but they proposed to put somebody over him, a fiduciary. I said, you have anybody you can go talk to that you see him regularly? He said, I got my psychiatrist, and he said my clinical social worker. I say, which one do you have the stronger relationship with? You feel more comfortable? He said, my clinical social worker. She feel that information. I say he can handle his money. We see him on a constant basis. Huh? More than that CMP doctor who only saw him one time and say he can't handle his money. But guess what? This social worker saw him for years and say he can handle this money even though his condition is severe. Come on now. And I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. Those you going for 100% for certain conditions, especially mental health, what they going to do, if they say that doctor check the doctor filling out the DBQ, check the box, say can't handle their own finances, say can't handle their own finances, and they check no, they gonna give you your 100%. Let's say you get 100%, they gonna give you 100%. They gonna hold that back pay until they make a decision on whether or not you need a fiduciary. Come on now, watch our video on fiduciaries. Kevin say mental health counselors. That's another one. Boy, family, y'all doing this thing. Primary care physicians, not necessarily for mental health. Now, they need some mental health background. Now, Charlton say, okay, he say, good evening, Jay Oliver. That other H-Town live taken down. Now, just checked. What was the topic again? Tell me what the topic was. What were they talking about over there on that other live? If y'all remember, let me know if you remember. I want to know because I want somebody over there, because I didn't have no lives going. I checked on YouTube and my other program I'm using. So somebody over there, they hijacking me, man. They trying to steal my. Somebody said something about my swag up there. I missed that. Let me see. Somebody said something about some swag. What did he say? He say, they stealing your swag, H-Town. Wow, man. Why they want my. And they had my name on there for reevaluations. I'll be John Brown. Now, let me ask you this here, J. Oliver. Did you see my face on the live stream? What did you see on the live stream that made you think it was mine? Because family, this is very important. Wow, man, this is heavy. Next time y'all see something like that, screenshot it and send me a screenshot of it, okay? If y'all see something like that in the future, take it and screenshot it on your computer or take a picture on your phone and please email it to me. Because once we start getting because see, what they fear is this. And we're going to get back. What they fear is the quality information. They can't do this because it's coming out of my head and it's coming from the information that y'all putting in the chat. Y'all letting me know what topics you like or you're interested in, and y'all give me such strong knowledge. I'm able to learn stuff from y'all too. So they trying to piggyback. I better go and get monetized because somebody else gonna be making money off my channel. Man, this is crazy. Now, Rose City D say, when my clinical social worker left, I about to cry. She really cared. Man, it was a nurse that helped me. I was in bad shape, fam. So it may have been me. It started a notification on your storyboard. So it may have been me. I don't remember. We'll check it. I'll make sure we don't. We'll check. Okay, so it's on my board. I looked, I couldn't find it. Now, Jay Oliver says, Charles said, Jay Oliver, H-Town has a split personality. No H-Town was visible. No, H-Town was invisible. Oh, Lord. It might have, when I did it on the one program, it didn't transfer over to the YouTube. So I got to make sure I check, okay? I thought I did. I'm talking about before it starts. Now, let's get back to it, family. It's pouring down rain out here. Uh-oh. Now, family, we're going to give special thanks tonight, okay, to the wonderful, the beautiful, the intelligent Betty Bops. Because, and I want y'all to listen, she asked me a question and I was able to answer it, and I wouldn't have been able to answer it this coherently unless you ask me the question. So please, like our brother Charleston does, ask me questions. I can articulate things better. If you ask me a question, I can break it all the way down. She asked me something. Hey, what should I do with this DBQ or something? Hope you don't mind me kind of just sharing generally, sister. Please let me know. I ain't gonna say nothing, but other than, you just, because you mentioned it, but I ain't gonna go in no detail. I say, well, you know what? She needs to know. So what I did, I say the 4 things the VBA looks for on DBQs. Now, I come up with this out of my own head. All right? But she had to ask me the question in order for me to give her the right answer. She was saying the doctor is doing the DBQ. I said, hold on. She needs to know what the VA is looking for. So then that's when I came up with the question. Come on now. Now let's see. It said, yes, Betty Bops. Thank you, Betty Bops. Betty Bops. I would say God was the only one who gave me this message, but God sent Betty Bops to do this. And this is one of the most incredible pieces of information, family. Y'all just don't understand. Y'all don't understand, because I would talk on the peripheral about this stuff, but I was frustrated because I could never deal with it until she asked me. And when she asked me, I don't like to see no veteran that don't have an answer to something. So I said, And I just came right out with it, didn't I, Betty Bops? I just spit it out. Now, I would have never been able to do that for myself or nobody unless you ask me. So if you have questions, ask me so I can come up with this information, That's how I generate thought. She said, H-Town, you can tell them, I sure did ask you. You were on a pre-recorded and do watch them. Okay, yes. Watch during the daytime. Put your television on when I'm doing the pre-recorded. Some of our old live streams, it's gonna be pre-recorded. So if you see them in the daytime, unless I say it's live, it may say live, but it's gonna be pre-recorded on the thumbnail. I'm gonna put that on the thumbnail. And she was watching, and she asked me a question in there, and I went into the email and emailed her back and this is what I emailed. And what it was, she had a doctor do a public DBQ. Some doctor, I forget if the doctor was with community care or some outside doctor. He said, what I need on there? Said, H-Town, yes, you did. Come on now. Now listen, it makes me feel good because I feel valued. I feel like, because people get like, I don't do stuff for ego. I do like doing stuff and people saying I did something good. Don't get me wrong, but I do it from my heart. And in my experience, people have become jealous of me for a lot of different reasons. I don't know why, because I want everybody to have some good stuff. Huh? You understand? Now listen. So I ain't why you mad at me? I want you to do good, me do good too. Now, 4 things the VBA looks for on DBQs or disability benefit questionnaires, even if you do it with the VA or not. Now, watch this here. Number 1, I came up with this. What are the rating percentages for a claimed injury? When we say rating percentages, that's the rating criteria. Huh? Come on now. Each percentage rating is based on symptoms. I didn't intentionally do this. Remember, we went over this tonight. I did this for her, but now what I put down is tying in what we covered up. Remember, when they have certain rating percentages for conditions based on symptoms, that's the rating criteria. Come on now. Number 2, this is what I told her to do. Does your DBQ and other medical evidence reflect an increased severity based on symptoms getting worse? Now, if it say the symptoms are the same or they got better, you better not submit that public DBQ. That's why you need to know what the rating criteria is, because the doctor may put symptoms on there less at the 10% rate, and you are already at the 30% rate. But when they get those 10% symptoms, they might reduce you, saying, oh, your condition got better because you got on the rating criteria, your symptoms are less severe now. Am I right about it? Come on, family, let's talk about it. Number 3, did the doctor review your complete claim file? Did the doctor review your complete claim file, including your VA medical records, military records, which are dental, personnel records, and medical records, any other records that document, and other relevant documents when completing the DBQ? And that could be a nexus letter and things like that. Number 4, is the DBQ complete, including doctor or MD credentials and the doctor's contact information? Isn't that what the doctor said on that doctor? Now let's say our sister Farm Girl. Let's say I'm say LRSP gonna go feed some of the livestock and get ready for bed. Love y'all. Good night, sister. I'm sorry if I told you to milk the goats and all you had a male goat. Sorry about that. I told her to milk the goats. I like goat milk, but now she got all male goats, so we gonna God, my God. Now J. Oliver say later to our sister, everybody say Farm Girl, and then Coach say good night, Farm Girl, and then Kevin say what he said. Then Betty Bob say Dr. Kim was doing it on my mouth, and I had all the pictures. Take pictures of your injuries, family. Take pictures of how your brace rips your clothes open Sister Gwendolyn, have videos of how the chemical state so you can do for your clothing allowance. Now, 9916, and since I have that surgery with the hardware showing the tooth with the screw in the root, I said how I asked for an increase. Yes, increased severity, aggravation. Now Charleston says, night farm girl, don't turn back on those female, on those male billy goats. Oh, they will throw you up in the air. My friend was picking on my uncle's goat. As soon as he turned around, that goat got him on his leg and had him move because he was teasing the goat, calling the goat ugly and all that. I don't know if the goat could understand. Now, Betty Bob say, good night, farm girl. Now listen to what it said. Now, H-Town, your pre-recorded videos, even if I've seen it already, I let the videos run. It supports the channel. Turn on notifications, fam. So if y'all see me running pre-recorded during the day, I'll still chat with y'all if y'all say something because I'm monitoring it. So go ahead and turn it on while you somewhere else and you ain't got to listen to it. Let it play so we can get them views. I got like 100-something views off that video, and I took the video down because I didn't want to be confusing with the other ones. That's the regular live one. Now, Betty Bob say that DBQ was completely filled out with all his information, and he did say you don't need the DBQ. He took all the pictures doing surgery. Now, me too, MG Smith. That's good that y'all. So, family, if you see me with videos on during the day, that's pre-recorded. Check it out. Now, let's continue here, fam. Uh-oh, there you go. Now, here go one of the things that the doctor was saying that we was watching on the video, that this is a DBQ. Remember, each one. So, oh, he said, I meant to do that. No, I meant to do that. Okay. Now, each one, most conditions have their own DBQs, okay? And there's one for, let's say, ankle injury. There's one for PTSD. And they have certain questions they have related to that disability. Now, listen. Look where it say down in the red. Are you a VA healthcare provider? In this case, this is a public DBQ, so they are not. So they click no. They say, is the veteran regularly seen as a patient in your clinic? It says yes. Now, they want to know because they're going to act like, hey, they don't see you regularly, so they can't say nothing. They can't really give a good medical opinion. This is what else says deferred. This is when they say it's insufficient evidence because they only saw you one time. Well, when you go to that CMP doctor that the VA send you to, you don't see them but one time. Why don't they ask them that question? But they got more weight, huh? But play the game. Go ahead and get to see the doctor several times and then have them fill out the CMP exam. So guess what the DBQ. So now when they send you a CMP exam, say, hey, that CMP exam, that's not enough. That's only one time. I've been seeing this doctor over 3 months, 2 months, and they've seen me over 6-8 times, and they've made their medical decision and opinion based on several visits. Come on now. Now listen what it says here. Is the veteran regularly seen as a patient in your clinic? Yes. Was the veteran examined in person? Yes, that's a big thing they're making now. Y'all talked about it. Please get examined in person. Well, what if you do it long distance? Don't make it no harder than you have to. Now listen to what she says. You don't need a nexus letter since you are service connected. He was resident at University of Maryland, next door to the VA hospital. Yes. If you already service connected, remember You have to get you got to get the diagnosis, service connection. Once you got those, when you file for an increase, you don't need service connection for the condition because you're already service connected. You're just filing for an increase. Let us continue, fam. Here's the one of the biggest mistakes everybody make. The last two is the biggest mistakes. One, you go to a private doctor to do a public DBQ, and they didn't see all the records. The VA in most cases just gonna deny you because they're gonna say, what did they make their medical opinion based on if they didn't see all the records? So make sure the claim file, a hard copy. They saying in this case they saw it, records reviewed. Make sure that's checked properly. In-service treatment record, personnel records, VA hospital treatment records, VA problems list. Take that to that outside doctor too. And private treatment records and any vocational rehab stuff or stuff that's related to you being able to work. Have that doctor review that too if it's pertinent. Do that make sense, fam? Are we tying it in tonight? And this is the most important part, because they say they got some shady people out there, shady people on social media, YouTube in particular, that have given people nexus letters from doctors with no doctor name on it, DBQs with no doctor name or credentials. Huh? Don't you take nothing from get nobody a whole bunch of money for something that don't have the doctor credentials on it. They gonna say you fill that out and you ain't got the doctor contact information. Come on now. Make sure that they have the signature of whoever examined you. And they need to have a title, whether they're a medical doctor, PhD, social work, clinical social work, whatever they condition then the examiner, what their area of expertise is, or they're neurologists, or they're psychologists, orthopedics, cardiology. If you're going in there for a heart condition, they should be a heart doctor, cardiology. Huh? Then make sure they date and sign it. That's critical. Because what if they put a date 10 years ago? Well, that's not relevant anymore. They want to know how it's affecting you now. Now, always check the date and tell the doctor, hey, you kind of feel that you made an error on this here, and give them another DBQ. Have at least 3 or 4 printed out and check it. Make sure they give it directly to you so you can correct any errors and have the doctor them updated. Then here's key: the examiner's phone number or fax number, phone number in particular. Now, this is what that doctor was saying on the video we watched. Number 15, the National Provider ID, the NPI. What's their national ID, huh? Then they state ID number, that was 15F. 15G, medical license number and state. License number at the state level. What state they're allowed to practice in. Are we making sense? So I meant to say Dr. Kim said you don't need a nexus letter. Yeah. Now here we go. Thank you for cleaning that up, sister. And this is the type of information that the doctor should be reviewing, whatever you have, when it comes to your whole C file or your whole claim file. They need to know if you're already service connected too. So you may want to show I'm already 80% and these are the symptoms that I have at this level. Because if it's an outside doctor, any medical records or evidence that support the veteran's disability claim, this evidence can include medical test results, hospital records, and statements from friends and family, private medical records, military personnel records, VA hospital records, support and lay statements from family members and other people, and nexus letters and public DBQs. Medical opinions are the most important. What's the doctor's opinion on the severity of your condition? And this is considered clinical evidence. Another name for clinical is medical evidence. Okay? Hope we're making sense. Now, if you have the DBQ and it's totally complete and you have all the other necessary evidence That's called a fully developed claim. But we know the VA has a habit of over-developing claims and saying, we still going to send you to another exam. Number 4, the next thing you need to deal with when you're dealing with the function of symptoms and severity, the higher the symptoms, the more severe the symptoms, the higher the severity level, the higher your percentage, the more money you get, the more benefits you get. Come on, let's talk about it. Now, so you get more compensation, right? Depending on your percentage rating at a schedular level. And here are the we're dealing with, here are the ratings and the amounts you get for the past years and the current, at the time of this video, 2025, what you get. The more severe, the higher percentage, and higher percentage, the more money you get. Come on now. Remember, our sister Gwendolyn said, I think she got a 0%, and that's good because that's your foot in the door. That's your foot in the door. Department of Veteran Affairs recognized disability as service connected. Now you got to do is file for an increase once you get more evidence. So don't get discouraged by 0%. And some of the benefits you get as disabled veterans, just random, go watch our videos on all the benefits from 0 to 100%, 46 benefits that we cover. But this is just random ones. Burial plot allowance, $2,000. Once you're 50%, all your health care is free other than dental at the VA. Unless you're service connected for dental, you can apply for SDVI and VA life. Tell me if you have a disabled veteran life insurance, you got the old one, SDVI life, or you got VA life. And if you don't have it, now all you can get is VA life. Go look into it. And it's pretty good. I'm gonna put which one you have. If you have VA life, put it in there, SDVI. I'm about to put mine. You don't have to put it if you don't want to. Let us know if you have VA life or SDVI. And if you don't, you need to look into it. Now let's show what I have. H-Town has SDVI, so I kept the old one. Jay Oliver say I have VA life. Kevin says, how do you apply for dental? You just go over to the dental office. Go over to your dental office at your local VA hospital. Do that. And they take your award letter to be safe. They should have your information, but take that award letter. I forget, it's been so long. Anybody else got enough information? I know, take this showing that you are 100%. You pay this 100% rate. And you 100%. And that's how I go. Yes, indeed. They say, which one you need to do right away? I need to do that right away. So do that. Call them. But I go up there, take your information with you, Kevin Kobar Sr., for that dental. Now, what you need to do right away, MG Smith. Now, also adaptive housing and adaptive vehicle. If you have a service-connected disability that qualifies for you to get your vehicle adapted, all right? Loss of use of limbs, or that service-connected and different things. They'll pay and get that thing right. Get that vehicle right. And we talked about the clothing allowance, and then we learned something for those of you that wasn't here when we first started. Sister, y'all tell us what our sister Gwendolyn told us about a clothing allowance that none of us knew. And I'm gonna give more information to verify, of course, right? But from what she's saying, anybody remember what she said about a clothing allowance that caught us out of left field? Now, clothing allowance, possible eligibility for a yearly clothing allowance at the time of this video is $1,024.50 if damaged clothes is related to service-connected condition, and the medications or that you use are on a list. Certain medications. Oh, you say VA life insurance. Yeah, check into it. Now look what it say. Our sister say 2K. I think she got 2K, one for each knee, maybe. I don't know if she got 2K for each knee, but if she did, she got, so she said she got double because they gave it to her for each knee. They gave her a clothing allowance for each knee that was injured. That's what our sister Gwendolyn said. We're going to look into that because that's a powerful thing to know. See, we learn stuff by going through. Let's say you are 100% disabled and your spouse is 100% disabled and y'all have a child. That child qualifies. You can claim, you can get money for them and they qualify for the benefits through you and through your spouse. Or, yeah, we say double allowance for clothes. Okay. For each knee, $2,000. Wow. I check that out. We learning some stuff. I'm gonna verify that. August 1st. Then also with your severity level, like I say, depending on what 0 to 100%, at 10%, you can get veteran readiness and employment, voc rehab. Whoever went through voc rehab, put something with an education cap on it, or put voc rehab or voc R. And you can go on the base. Whoever shopped at the military exchange online as a disabled veteran, you can definitely do that. Did you get that ID card yet, Kevin Cobar Sr.? Are you going to get one? If you say, I think you mentioned your family. Any children under a certain age. And they have space age travel. Once you get the ID card that shows permanent, okay, you have it. Well, you make sure that on that ID card, that up in that upper corner to the right, it says permanent. That means you're 100% permanent total. And that way you can get on those flights if they still offering them right now. So education, okay. Come on now, she's used voc rehab, Sister Betty Bob. And these are some places you can travel to with and it's continental US, they call it CODAs. United States or directly to the Virgin Islands, American Samoa, Puerto Rico, Alaska, Hawaii, and Guam. You can take MAC flights, basically the flights used to do in the military. Now, listen but the flights have to be available, and you will get booted off if active duty members and other people that have a higher rating than you. Now, let me see what he said. I have an appointment with them next week for 100% ID. Listen, make sure you go in there, my brother. Are you listening? When you go in there, have as much documentation as possible, meaning something that's showing that you're 100% permanent total. Have your decision letter. All right. Have your and look at our video what a decision letter is in particular. Have your birth certificate, driver's license, have all type of documentation, a second form of ID, something showing your address. I don't know. Just have stuff. They may not need it all as much as you can. And if you take a dependent, marriage license, stuff like that. Now let's go back to my brother here. So our brother J. Oliver says, VA Life, you can apply online and have it automatically deducted from your disability check. After 2 years, it matures to the amount in most cases. Okay. Say, H-Town will do. Yeah, we trying to help y'all, fam. Listen, all we trying to do is keep everything in order. And I'm telling y'all, we good here, but I'm telling you, we going to keep this quality going. And it ain't nobody safe from being timed out or blocked. So I'm letting y'all know why y'all think I keep saying it. So it'll be, oh, you blocked, I'll block whoever need to happen. What happened when, remember, Mr. Expert was big time. And I got him up out the paint, and I literally said to everybody that was left, because some people he had help or he developed a following or respect for him. I said, if everybody in here leave, I'll be in there by myself until I get a whole nother crew. I want you to be here, but if you leave, you can go. Didn't I say it? So that's how it worked. Don't nobody get to come play in somebody else's house. I gotta respect you when I come to your house. So respect me and mine. Now listen what Betty Bob say. You see how I threw that in there? You see how I slid that in there? See, people, that's what they don't know how to deal with me, because I can wait 6 months before I say anything, and then I'll wear it out for the next 10 years. So now the people that been trolling, they kind of nervous because they say, dog. And they really shocked when I brought up the email and everything and showed it and broke it down how they hating on Brother Charleston and all that. Then I lay it out. Huh? They say, man, I can't act a fool. I got to wait until I can get H-Town another way. Oh, they ain't going to stop. Because people want to be the center of attention and they don't like to see nobody. They don't want to see nobody doing good for other people. If they hurting, they want everybody else to hurt. And if they ain't helping nobody and they ain't getting attention, they don't want nobody else to get it. Now listen what Betty Bob say. H-Town, they use the MAC flights to Malden Air Force Base. Okay, I couldn't travel on the flight. I worked for the company that did those MAC flights. Wow. So they were civilian flights. I heard they have civilian flights on the base too. That's MAC flights. Tell me if, or are they always military planes? Paul Cox say great information on what needed for the private DBQs. You see how I tied all that in there? Huh? See, when you look at the title, you think it's going to be one thing. We slow walking. Watch this video over and over, family. Don't stop watching it. Go back. You're going to learn something new every time. So y'all got to go back and watch the video again. It's going to give me extra likes and watch hours. But, you know, now Betty Bob say, Malden Hall, England, Air Force Base. Never been there. Scared to be there because I'm scared to drive a car over there because you got to drive on what I consider the wrong side of the road. Did you ever drive a car when you was over there on the wrong side of the road? Were you scared, Betty Bob? Now, family, what are some of the other benefits you get? For the dependents, Champ VA healthcare for children under the age of 18. All right. And spouses and dependent parents, children, anybody who qualifies as a dependent. I never took one of the MAC flights. Now, listen what Charleston said. I thought all MAC flights were Air Force planes. No. They got every branch have pilots. Let me ask you this here. I know the Navy have pilots. You can take it off of naval base because they have. I know the Army has pilots. I know the Air Force have pilots. Do the Marine have pilots? There's less Marine bases. Let me know if they have pilots, Marine pilots, or are they just Navy pilots? Let us know. I've always wanted to know that. Anybody know? Let me know. So this is some of the things you get. In addition, Chapter 35, educational benefits. This is when they become 18 or older. Now, you know you can use this if they go into private school. See, if you hang around with H-Town, you're going to learn some things. I just remembered I had what alcoholics refer to as a moment of clarity. Huh? I ain't never been on that sauce, though. Now, listen. If you have children in school, high school, or they finish early, they can use this information. So if you got them in some private school, I think you can use it for that too. Now let's see what we got here. Somebody's gonna educate me on it. Paul say, yes, Marines have pilots. Then William Johnson say, yes, the Marines. See, that's every branch. Yes. Now, Coastie, do you have, I'm sure you do. Do you have a Coast Guard plane? I know you have helicopters. Do you have Coast Guard pilots? Let us know. Now, let me see what our brothers say. William Johnson say, yes, the Marines have pilots. They're in squadrons. Teach me, take me to school. Oh, man, you and Paul Cox are not my bus driver, but you just took me to school, fam. Now, listen. Don't let my old Southern accent throw you off. Now listen, Betty Bob say it was the chartered flights. I wonder, could I get a charter flight on the base? I heard about them. That's when I was international. Oh, she was an international woman. Yes, when I was in Scotland, I had forgotten to drive. I forgotten how to drive a automatic. Johnson said he was a Marine pilot that flew with on many flights. So there are Marine pilots. Wow. So let me ask you this here. Come on, fam, if you know. I ain't trying to be overbearing. I know I ask more questions than a jealous woman. I understand that. You know, I ain't all present part. I know you ain't like that, ladies. You cool. But listen, do they get their training through the Naval Pilots Academy? How do they get their training? Let me know. With the Navy, I heard all of them go the same thing. The Army. Let me know where the pilots go. Where do the Army pilots go? William say, okay, squadrons. I read that one. Paul Cox said, when I was at Camp Lejeune, Cherry Point was in North Carolina as well. Now, I'm going to tell you something that keep up on Camp Lejeune. We're going to see what's going on. Were you there doing the contamination time frames? Betty Bob say, hello, William Johnson. Everybody show love to William. I'm sorry for it. Now, Carsars. What's that? Carsars. What's that? Yes, they are pilots. Okay. Okay, they got pilots too. Every branch of the military. Man, we got it together around here. Now, understand when it comes to Champ VA after the child turns 18 and when it comes to Chapter 35 educational benefits, they have to fill out a school certification to show that they're in school. Okay? My daughter had to do it, and it's real irritating because they get it and say they didn't get it, and it went to the wrong people. You got to send it over here. Some schools are real chaotic with it. So once they turn 18, if they're not going to school anymore, they lose the healthcare benefits and the educational benefits. But if they're going to school, they fill out the verification form. Watch our video on Chapter 35 educational benefits. Watch our video on Champ VA healthcare benefits. Now let's see. Oh, y'all chatting away. Now, Betty Bob say most of the companies that worked for the company were 85% were Marine pilots. Did y'all hear that? Man, who been keeping these secrets? I had never heard of a Marine pilot till tonight. Betty Bob, these secrets are killing us. I didn't know that. Evening, William Johnson. Okay, they're speaking. Now listen what Brother William says. Let me say this, brother. I can't confirm or deny, but they are saying now if you're 100% permanent total, you can apply to live back in base housing. Now listen, that's been the case for a while. Yes, family. I learned that about 15 years ago. They only have certain bases. Did y'all know about that? Did I ever tell y'all about that? Family, we just getting into it tonight. Listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, you stay on the base, but my thing is with the weapons and stuff, because I like to keep my weapons, I have to keep them in the armory or whatever. And with all the stuff happening on the bases with, people, the base shootings, it's a concern. But I wouldn't have no problem staying on the base. Now, huh? Now I say, come over here, soldier. Give me one of them sergeants about to retire, one of them E8s. Huh? I'm talking about females now. That's what I'm into. They have lots of houses going to waste, not being used. High. Oh, yes, indeed. High. And they saying, oh boy, y'all getting to it. Now, William said, Coach, they talking about, man, y'all getting into it. We're going to finish this information up, but I'm Yes, I was at Camp Lejeune during that time period. I don't know where the Marine pilots received their training. Okay. See, we going over the information about MAC flights, so it kind of led to this. So we going good because I want to keep it flowing like this. MG Smith said, Mr. William Johnson, salute from MG Smith. J. Oliver says, William, you are correct based on housing availability and manning. I'd like to stay up there, man. I'm at see how much it costs. I like going on the base. Now, Kevin Cobar Sr. says, never heard of that. Yeah, they got one in Mississippi, I think on the naval base, and they have them other places. I'm gonna have to look them up. We're gonna have to do a live on that. Betty Bob, send me something about doing 100% permanent total veterans living on the base. Just send me a little note. You don't mind? I appreciate you. Now, Charleston say Betty Bob's was a continental lady. High society. You know what's up. Now, listen, look, he say, look, y'all know I'm embarrassed when MG Smith bring it up. Wasn't the Blue Angel Marine Corps pilots, I think, So Real Thunderbird Air Force Base? Yeah, because you know what I called them? I asked them, they called them the Blue Devils. She said, yes, I will. Okay. Now, William Smith say, salute MG Smith. Yes, indeed. You see the positive spirit Williams coming in with? Betty Bob say, Charleston, I think my pinky finger out with a pretty fine china cup of tea. I had my pinky finger. Boy, y'all something else. Now, let's get to it, family. Make sure if you got your kids, let them know I'm going to go to school later. They only have certain time frames. When they come back, when they 29 after they got married, then they trying to get Champ VA. Now, once they get married, that Champ VA cancels. I don't know about Chapter 35, the educational benefit. That's when they run out. And then there is dependency, indemnity, compensation, monthly payment, $1,653.07. That's when the veteran dies and they died of a service-connected disability, or they were 100% when they died. And there's certain requirements, okay? And that was at the time of this video, that amount. Number 5, here's the last one. So here we go, family. The 5 ranges of severity. H-Town come up with this. It's the last part dealing with severity. Low is from 0 to 20%. This is my words. Moderate is from 30 to 50%. Now, it depends on the condition because migraines is only up to 50%. I still say that's moderate because you can't get 100% rating with it. Considerable, between 60 and 90%. Temporary, high, temporary, 100%. NIU is high. And total, the highest you can get. You see running on low, and then when you get over to total, that's 100% permanent total and TDIU. Both of them the same thing. All right, now, I want to ask you this here. We're going to do a little bit, and y'all answer if you want to, if you're able to. Where you're going to put either low, moderate, considerable, high, and total. What's the highest range you can get for migraines? Would it be low, moderate, considerable, high, or total? Migraine headaches. We just went over it. What range is it in? Is it in the moderate range, the low range, the total range, meaning it's up to 100%, or is it in the high range, temporary 100%? Let us know. Come on, let us know, fam. Anybody, let us know. J. Oliver says it's in the moderate range. Why? Because the highest you can get for migraines is 50%. So it's in the moderate range. Come on, fam. Are we tying this thing in? MG Smith say moderate range. Charleston say moderate range. Betty Bob says moderate range. Coastie says moderate range. Then you still can get your answer because they might all be wrong. Paul Cox say migraines would be at the moderate range. So let me ask this here. We covered 3 conditions today. Now, when it comes to ankle injury, remember moderate range, that means that's part of the rating schedule. The highest you can get, the rating criteria, the highest rating criteria for migraines ends at 50%. That's the highest severity level you can get. Now, what about ankle injury? Is it in the low range of severity? Is it in the moderate range of severity? Considerable, high, or total? Now, and you're going to put the word ankle to let us know. Put the word ankle. Let's see. Betty Bob say low 20% max. Oh, that's the low. Let's see what you say. Paul say ankle low. Coach say ankle low. Do you see how we tied it in? I was a teacher. They won't let me teach the kids no more. So we got to let me use some of my little skills I know, family. I ain't trying to show out. I just missed what I did. Huh? Come on, low, ankle, low. So when somebody telling you they can get you 100% for ankle injury, unless they talking about connected it to a secondary condition that you can get 100% for, they talking fool talk. Go on, get out their office or wherever they at. They trying to run your pockets. Huh? Now, here we go. Charles say ankle low. Now we're going to do the one for PTSD and other mental health disorders. What is the range for PTSD? What is the out of the 5 ranges of severity, where would it fall? Low, moderate, considerable, high, or total? What is the highest range you can get? Highest range of severity for PTSD and mental health disorder. Hey, say tell them to walk on by, kick rocks. See, I'm educating y'all so y'all can protect yourself and help others. Let's see what Jay say. Jay say total. What you say, family? Jay say total. But you got to use one of the words at the top. Low, moderate, considerable, high, or total. One of those. Let us know, Kevin. You got to use one of those words. Then Charleston says high, but he has a question mark. That's cheating. You hanging on the fence. Now you're gonna have to commit, Charleston. Now, Chief Z for you say total. Okay, now Coastie says total. Paul Cox says total. Betty Bob say total. Kevin pretty much said total because he said, but we don't know what type 100% it is. No, not you gotta let us know. Give us more detail because there's 100% on the high and total. Okay, the 100% PT. He's a Marine. He gonna do it his way. Betty Bob says a high Chief Z for you. Now, family, do you see the importance of this range? So when you go in, please use this chart that I created. So when you dealing with, we're going to use this when we start talking about the different disabilities, because you're going to be right off the bat. They're going to say, we're going to get you this for your ankle injury. You're going to say, that's a low one. You're going to get this one here for your tinnitus. Well, that's a low one. I think 10, 20%, that's the highest you can get for that. We're going to get you this for mental health. Well, that's a high one. I really want to focus on that one because that could get me 100% permanent total. We're going to get you this one for prostate cancer. Oh yeah, but I mean mental health is total. Now, mental health is total. We're gonna get you this. You was a Vietnam veteran. We're gonna get it prostate cancer. Well, that's gonna be high because it's gonna be a temporary 100%. You get me? Come on now. Well, we're gonna give you. You're gonna give you 100% when you getting out the military for mental health for a year. Well, that's gonna be temporary. Come on now. Am I making sense? MG Smith say total. Hyundai Club. Total. Kevin says Hondo Club. All right. Now it said Hot Betty by H-Town sing Dionne Warwick. Oh man, what was that song? I ain't never been I can't say I didn't like her music, but she wasn't my favorite artist, but she could sing. That's what friends are for. Now listen, Charlton say, as a sailor, high and total sounds fishy. Oh God. Oh God. Man. Charlton, I'm trying to keep my professionalism, man. Where you think this stuff up at, man? Oh my Lord. He say high and total sounds fishy. MG Smith say Hundo Club. Come on, family. Now, some helpful tips. We want to give you some helpful tips. That's it for number 5, pretty much. So now some helpful tips that you need to know when you're dealing with severity level. Have, just like you had a migraine log, have a symptom log. Document the frequency, the duration of your symptoms. Are you listening to me? Let me pull myself up so you can see what I'm talking about. Number 1, you want to document, you want to have a symptom log. Are you following me? Are you listening to me? I got to pull up what we were talking about so you know where I'm coming from. So let me get it off the screen for a second. Now, let me go back to it. Come on now. Now, let's see what we got. Oh, there it is right there. Now, listen, I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. Uh-oh, that was number 1, severity assessment. That doctor is going to assess in that CMP exam. That doctor at your VA hospital, they can assess. Your outside doctor, they can do it on DBQ or in their medical notes. First thing you need to know is the frequency of symptoms. All right, that's what we're talking about. How often does it happen? Then the duration. When it does happen, how long does it last? Then whatever the condition, the symptoms, the impact on your daily life, these could be migraines, for example, and the impact on work. Do you see what I'm talking about? You see where I'm going now? That's the assessment part that's assessed through the DBQ. Then that's dealing with the doctors and whoever is evaluating you. That's the severity assessment that the VA does. Then they take that, send it to the VBA, the Veteran Benefit Administration, and then they use the rating criteria to match it to your severity assessment. Am I making sense? Somebody let me know. And they're going to be looking. And this is where your money's at, right here. If you don't have but one slide to ever look at again, this is the one you need to look at. You tell me that you got PTSD. I want to know how frequent are your symptoms. I want to know how long do they last. I want to know how much do your PTSD symptoms impact your daily life. Then I want to know how to impact your work life. Are you able to work at all? Let me tell you, any condition, if you use this slide right here, that's where your money at. Am I lying? That's the rating schedule. Come on now. Come on. The schedule is based on this here. But the rating criteria is what the VBA, what we usually call a VA, is going to use this information to make their decision using the ratings criteria. Come on now. Am I making sense? Let us know. Now I got to move it back to where it was. Family, did we put some knowledge out there today? So now that I said that, do that make sense to have a symptoms log showing how long it lasts? How frequent it happens, number 1. How long the symptoms last or the condition. And how does it affect your daily life? Can you fold clothes? Can you bend over? Can you, because your head, you got the slip disc or whatever, the disc, degenerative disc disease. Can you feed your animals like Sister Farm Girl Rebel? All right, come on now. The second thing is secondary conditions. Yeah, you can only get 20% for your ankle, but if it make you depressed, you can get up to 100%. So our brothers say it makes sense. All right. Then the last thing, if you got it, you can file for temporary 100%, even though you may not be severe enough for a permanent total rating. Come on, family. Did I take my time and put this information together, or did I not? Now here we go. Betty Bob say Dionne Warwick, famous song to the promising people. Walk on by, don't stop. She had like 5 Grammys. She was very talented. You know who is her cousin? What famous singer she was related to her? Dionne Warwick. Let's see if anybody know. Now, Sage H-Town, do you submit that pain symptom log directly to the VA at the time you file the claim? Yeah. Yeah. That's called a fully developed claim. Yes. And you can take that log and give it to your doctor before you go there, and give the submit it as part of Blue Button. Submit it in your file at the hospital too. Huh? Did you hear me? Doctor, I can't remember. When you asked me, here's a written copy. I kept the log because I got memory problems, doc. So can you put this as part of my medical records? Not tell them that you're going to use that as evidence, because that doctor submit that log, they saying that it's true. Or at least that's what you purport to be right. Am I lying? Huh? Come on, let's see. Yes, Dionne Warwick, her mom is kin to Dionne Warwick, Whitney Houston. Mom is, yes indeed. We miss you, Whitney. Nobody sung the national anthem like her. Now I hope I answered your question, Paul. If I didn't, let us know. And then we have MG Smith say, real talk, that's the facts. Yes, because I can do this, people, if we're not trying to center ourselves in the discussion, meaning we helping each other, but let's not do victimhood here. Because we can't have it. It's gonna mess up. You see our brother, I just saw a live stream that I just rebroadcast, and I missed Brother Mullins. Look at him. Terrell Mullins right up in here with us. And I've been missing my brother Terrell. He say Whitney Houston. Paul Cox say Whitney Houston. And Betty Bob say Whitney Houston. Yes, indeed. Come on now. Now let's talk about it. This the last one here. When you have a log, what y'all tell me, what condition would you keep a log on? Me, it would be my PTSD. It would be nightmares or night terrors. Checking doors, which is hypervigilance. You say, why would you keep track of that? Some of y'all do it anyway. Because I mean, what would you put on your symptoms? What would you put down? Migraines, right? So me, I would have symptoms diary. You can track it on an app too, but I'd have a hard copy. You can do the frequency of it happening, the duration, severity of symptoms. Did I not tell you that the rating assessment, you're assessing yourself or giving them the information to assess you, because that way it ain't your word of mouth when you go in there. Now, this is one thing you can hand to that CMP doctor. Can you take part of my journal for the last 2 or 3 weeks? I mean, last 2 or 3 months. Ask him. Don't just throw it on him. Now, listen to what it say. Thank you, brother Terrence. Paul Cox say Whitney Houston. Terrell Mullen say Whitney Houston. Paul say, yes, you did, H-Town. Tell me what I did, because I forgot again, because I asked so many questions. What did I do? Paul, let me know. You let me know on the other one. I do have memory issues, family. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So I'm trying to get as much of this information out. Hopefully my memory don't deteriorate where I don't know who I am. So that's why I'm trying to put as much information out as I can, because I know, because of my condition and all that stuff I was exposed to in Desert Storm, it could have effects, but we praying for the best. Now Charles say, evening, Terrell Mullins. Then Betty Bob say, what about migraines and mental health? Yes, that's what I'm saying. The frequency, let's say you have mental health panic attacks. How often do the panic attacks happen? How often do the migraines happen? Duration. How long does the panic attack last? How long does the migraine last? Then the last one, severity of symptoms. Are you prostrating when you can't move when you have a migraine? If you have a panic attack, no matter where you at, do you have to stop, pull on the side of the freeway? Do you stop right in the middle of the freeway? When you go to a mall, you run in a corner somewhere and you can't go nowhere, your family have to come get you? Come on now. This is the stuff that's part of the assessment part of the game. Terrell says, Mother say hello. Oh, yes, indeed. You see what's happening? We got a lot of people. We got at least 200 or 300, about 200 people that come, at time to time. We got a lot of people, believe it or not, that come, and they might be in there, may not be chatting. Because sometimes when these videos over, we had 300-400 people watching it, even though it don't say but 16 people. Betty Bob say migraine secondary to cervical spine with herniated disc. Come on now. Now we're gonna get to that secondary say disc. Yes, indeed. UH Town vet. Okay. Hello, Tel. Let's see what we got here. No problem. You answered my question about submitting log with claim. Okay, now we got 24 likes and 16 watch. Family, who wouldn't serve a God like this? In the words of my grandmother, my big mama. Oh man, listen, brother. Our brother said, look what he says: headaches, blood pressure, incontinence. What things do you, family? I need to know, what things would you put on a log? What service-connected disability, brother? My brother, Kevin Kobar Sr. Given your conditions, you should keep a log even now. I know it's hard, but try to keep some going forward. It'll be good for your doctor to know. Headaches. He say, would he keep a log on or on an app? Who would rather use the app? This is what I want to know. If you'd rather put it on a journal, you want to put it on a diary, put diary or journal. If you'd rather do it track it on the app, put app. Let us know, family. And you don't have to do it, but when sometimes you ain't got to pressure yourself, brother. But whenever they try to come back and mess with you, you're going to pull that log out and say, I got this log right here. I need to do it. I'm not doing it. Come on now. Now listen what our brothers say. Now listen, these are things that you can put on the log. Listen to my brother, Jay Oliver. He say headaches, blood pressure, incontinence, falls, because if you're a fall risk because of your ankle or other condition, fasting, vomiting. So eating disorders too. How often do you purge, or what you eat or don't eat because you got you're anorexic. Nose bleeding, itching, locked jaw. Sister Betty Bob's, make sure you have a journal dealing with your jaw issues. Cough, sneezing, cramps, bloating, female issues too. Come on now. Now listen to what M.G. Smith said. Incapacitating episodes from degenerate disc. We're going to have to do a live stream on degenerate disc too. Put that in there too, Sister Betty Bob. Spinal stenosis and neuropathy. A lot of veterans, severe degenerative arthritis. I got arthritis in my shoulder, ain't but so bad. Sometime on one, I can't hardly lift it up. Doing pretty good now. Oh, that's a reduction, huh? Because Ranger, oh, now that's the one can't go but so far. This one kind of come up, but this, oh, okay. Oh boy, I thought I was doing something there. It's still there. I thought, oh boy. So Charleston prefer a diary. What do y'all prefer to document your symptoms on? And make sure you know if you got already service connected, those are symptoms of what condition. Now, Charleston say diary. And if you don't know, just put them down and the doctor will figure them out. Dennis say journal. All right. Betty Bob say calendar on my phone. Very interesting. Very good. Betty Bob say, okay, that means me too. Paul say, I like the idea of a log, hard copy, because what if your phone crashed and y'all taking the transfer stuff at these phone places? Oh, we lost all your data, huh? But I really like the convenience of the app. That back up the app, back up the information to a hard drive. Now, J. Oliver, my day form, okay. Now, family, this is what we talking about. We talking about the log first. Then secondary. So, given what severity level, you may have tinnitus. And that ringing in the ears, it might be 10%, 0%. But you get the migraines, you can get up to 50%. You might connect that to the depression, or you can connect the tinnitus to the depression itself. Get you another, what, 70%, because it depends on the rating criteria, huh? What's the highest? Somebody look it up for me. So come on, family, let's do this here. Let's have some fun. The rating criteria, on the rating criteria for tinnitus, what's the highest rating you can get for tinnitus? Put the word tinnitus and the highest percentage you can get. Y'all look it up. I don't know. I think it's 10%. Somebody look up what's the highest you can get for tinnitus. We already know that migraines, the highest you can get is what? 50%. Google is your friend. What's the highest rating? We know depression and mental health, the highest rating you get is 100%. Sleep apnea, what's the highest you can get for sleep apnea? Come on, let us know. Sleep apnea and tinnitus. We put the word sleep apnea and tell us the highest rating you can get. Come on, let us know. So for tinnitus, J. Oliver say 10%. Terrell Mullen say 10%. Coach say tinnitus 10%. Find out what the new sleep apnea is, or you can tell me it's the old or new. Now let's go back up here. I got to answer some of these things up here because y'all been chatting. Betty Bob say it is on Google Calendar. My daughter set me up there one time. Look, Vin Olive says, hello, H-Town and family. Family, we're going to be blowing up. After we got these 2,000, they open up all kind of stuff for me. I got to get monetized. When I get monetized, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, y'all. I'm going to be like my young brother. I'm going to get that ascot. What y'all, put that ascot, the little thing coming out here. And I'm going to say, now listen, what I need you to understand is we're going to make this thing happen. We're going to take it from primary to secondary condition all the way. Huh? Don't let me put my baritone in there. Now listen, Charles said Betty Bob's also calendar girl. Also, oh Lord, not just gonna have a calendar. She's gonna be posted. Y'all out of control. And then Coach is speaking to Ben Olive. Betty Bob say 10% for sleep, for tinnitus, and sleep apnea 40%. Is that the highest you can get? Or that's what you have? Okay, Betty Bob say 50% for sleep app. Okay. MG Smith said tinnitus is 10%. So if anybody say, man, let's get your tinnitus, and yeah, you can get that, but you ain't gonna get the highest. Get it 10%. You want to get it because you can get some of these secondary conditions on the screen. Come on now, fam. But you want to get that mental health. If you got mental health, focus on that because that's the one that's gonna skip. It's gonna skip from what right now until they change it. 0 to what's it? 0, 10, 30, 50, 70, and 100. Ain't no 80 or 90% for mental health or PTSD. It jumps. I ain't saying it's easy. It's just less steps. Betty Bob say, hello, Van Olive. See, by me having a peace of mind, family, I can put this information out so much better. Now, the last one is individual unemployability, which is a temporary type of 100%. When you have the severity level that you don't, your severity, we're talking about severity level tonight. If your severity level is not enough to get you a schedule of 100% based on, like 10, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. Get it that way. Everything, either one condition at the 100% rate or several combined to be 100%. It would be a good idea to consider individual unemployability. And that's what I did when I first did it. Got my temporary 100%. It was TDIU. Not TDIU, it was individual unemployability, which is a temporary 100%. TDIU is a permanent, just like 100% permanent total. Now, if you want more information on that, watch our video, The 4 Types of 100%. Now, and I'm telling you, some of you would do good if you had 60% for one condition, or you had 70%, and one condition adds up to 40%, and it's a combined 70. You can file for unemployability. Now, I didn't know sleep apnea is 100%. Is that true, y'all? Anybody service connected for sleep apnea, put a SC in the chat if you're service connected for sleep apnea. All right. I'm going to put what I'm service connected for. You ain't got to. Put an SC. I'm going to put what the main one is PTSD. I'm service connected for PTSD. Oh, look, he got the number down, fam. Oh, they said, what? Did anybody know you could get 100% for sleep apnea? We're going to have to look that up. What? Now, tell me what you service connected for. I don't care if it's a 0% rating. You being service connected, you are a protected status, and you can't go nowhere but up. Stand in, what the Temptations say, standing on the top. Once you service connected, you already in the building, baby. You understand? Huh? Dennis Sitter said it. Now Jay Oliver said 100% for sleep apnea. So did Dennis Sitter. And then Brother Terrell Mullins said he gave the code. That's the rating criteria, and they have you have your the code where they have a code for each condition on the code sheet. Now, Josie, man, I miss you, Josie. Did I say it right? Josie, I think I said, I ain't seen you in a while. So glad to hear. Yes, 100% for sleep apnea. Man. Oh, Brother Charleston is service connected for hearing loss. Brother Charleston, you saw all those secondary conditions. Be ready. Geography, yes. No, I did not know. See, I did not. So, wow, I didn't know either. Listen. Now, listen, we're going to have to go over that. The ratings for sleep apnea. Man, we got to put that on the list too. I'm sorry. I got you overworking, sister. Josie says, but you will be stuck to a machine. Ain't no joke, huh? You might have to carry it around with you everywhere, huh? Jay Oliver say, service connected for headaches. Now, what's different, Jay Oliver, from being service connected for headaches and service connected for migraines? Let us know. And I think the rating schedule might be the same. Let us know. Meaning the rating criteria. I'm sorry. Then, because the rating schedule is part of the assessment. Now, William Johnson said, that's great news. If so, but I heard now the highest is 50, that they went down on it because they talking about changing it. Charleston say, evening, Josie. We ain't heard Josie in a while. I'm so glad to hear. He say, yes, you said it right. Wow. Fam, y'all something else around here. Y'all, man, I'm so glad. Do you know we got 20 people in here? Family. You see the family coming back. That's why I say people gonna come back because we gonna make them. We like Motel 6. We gonna leave the light on for you. You understand? Come on back home. Huh? What Sam Cooke said? He said, girl, I tried to treat you right, but you stayed out all night. Bring it on home to me. Now listen to Jay Oliver says, that's why it's one of the most marketed claims, sleep apnea, by law and claims company. Yeah, now I see why they keep bringing up sleep apnea. Smash that like button if y'all haven't done so. I got my 100% Tuesday. Oh, that's why he been busy. Everybody show love to Josie. Josie been a rider from day one, you understand? For a long time. I don't know how long he been here, but Josie, congrats. Come on down home where they know you by name and they treat you like family. Huh? We gonna give you a southern welcome, bro. Come on now. Smash that like button, family. Now listen, service connected, PCOS 0%, maxilla, mouth 0%, lumbar, cervical, radiculopathy, right side, right knee, rest are 10% service connected. Okay, now remember, what did I say? If you had how many 0%? What did I say about 0% ratings? If you had 2 0% ratings and you have trouble working, what to 2 0% add up to if they cause you trouble working? Somebody put in the chat, put 0 plus 0 equals what? What percentage? Let us know. Family, we quizzing it now. Now listen, Jay Oliver say headaches are often side effects of meds and other conditions. Got it. So you can get, okay. Now look at Terrell Mullins say 70% service connected, arthritis, both shoulders. TDIU. I didn't know you can get unemployed. You can get permanent total TDIU for arthritis. Man, family, y'all sharing that information. You're blessing the channel and the chat. We keeping between 18 and 21 people in there. Before this chat over, it's probably gonna be 300-400 people to watch this. Now, Paul Cox say, congratulations, Josie. Now, MG Smith says, Josie, congratulations. Welcome to the Hundo Club. Yes, yes, indeed. Family, let's do this here. Now, listen, Kevin, who just got to the Hundo Club, you welcome too, my brother. Kevin Cobar Senior, congrats. Welcome to the Hundo Club. Terrell Mullins, congratulations. Vin Olive, service connected 100% PTSD with SMC. Special monthly compensation. Let's talk about it. Now, Joseph say, thanks everyone. And Kevin was right, 10% if you have 2 1% rating. Brother Charleston right too. 2 zeros will get you 10% if it prevents you from working. Did you know that? That's law. Betty Boss wrote it down clear. 0% plus 0% will equal 10% if it causes you problems working, not prevent you from working. I apologize. Jay Oliver say, Josie, congratulations. Betty Bob says, congratulations. Who else had TDIU? They got Vin. Everybody show some congratulations to Vin too. H-Town, I send it tomorrow. Yeah, you send it tomorrow, not today. I want you to get your rest. I know how your migraines go, sister. We about to get through with this. Did we do it tonight? I took time because I said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put out the best quality information we can do it. I've been over this information several times to make sure there ain't no whole bunch of mistakes, make sure everything flowed. I've been giving it my 100%. Because if y'all giving me your 100%, I got to give you my 100%. Now listen what y'all say. Service-connected restless leg syndrome and sciatica nerve radiculopathy. Congratulations, Vin, from Paul Cox. Yes, indeed. Now, we have 26 likes and 18 watching. Family, y'all doing that thing. Now, listen what MG Smith says. 0 plus 0 equals 10% can get you IU if you can't work because of it. Oh, you say, well, I thought I had to be 60%. One condition for 60% or a combined rating of 70%. No, not if you got a 10 or 20% rating that won't let you work. There are special situations. So there's all type of exceptions to the rules. MG Smith is right. 0 plus 0 equals 10. Sound like VA math to me, don't it? And we want to give a special thanks to our brother Coasty. Everybody showed love to Coasty because he has the Coast Guard just had a birthday, and we celebrated on the last live stream. Look what Kevin say. Extra scheduler, yes indeed. Extra scheduler means outside the percentage rating, you can get extra money. So if you're unemployable, you still 70% but paid at the 100%. So that's extra scheduler money. Huh? You still 70, but you paid at 100. You're 100%, but you got special monthly compensation. That's extra scheduler money outside the scheduler system. Huh? Come on now. Smash that like button. Share this with others. This is important, family. I need y'all to be active even when y'all not here. When I'm doing some of these live, I'm gonna be doing them in the daytime. I'm gonna do pre-recorded streams of videos. Watch them or just keep them on while you're at home or wherever you else at. Turn it down. Now listen what they saying. Betty Bob say, Coasty, happy birthday, Coast Guard. Then Kevin, he's saying it to our brother. Okay. Then Jay Oliver says, service-connected MMD and dry eyes. We're gonna have to talk more about that dry eyes. You brought that up on several occasions. We need to do something on that dry eyes too. Betty Bob's documented tomorrow. Now, H-Time, look what Betty Bob say. I emailed you my 10, 0 plus 0 equal 10. Yes, so if you got a couple zeros, that'll add up. Now, Coach say, Kevin and Betty, thank you. Now, you see how much of a bless that is? Just encouraging, telling people, thank you for your service for what the Coast Guard do. Who gonna be protected? They just got a major shipment. The Coast Guard bust some stuff wide open. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed and you watching the channel and you find it interesting, if you want to be in the loop of what we're doing, come on and hit that subscribe button and you'll be able to click on notifications of next videos because we're going to continue to bring you things that no other channel can because we are learning these topics through our interactions, fam, here. So we thank you so much. Now we're going to get ready to go with VA law. Let's see what they got here. Now, Betty Bob say, well, my eye doctor really ready to write DBQ for my eyes, but make sure you got all your paperwork together. Make sure you have the evidence of your eye condition where they can look over the information because they can't just write it without either them having evidence because they've been treating you or they got treatment records from some other source like the VA or the private records. Jay would say, great job, Betty. Paul says, congratulations, Coasty. And then Josie says, blink work very good for dry eyes. Not sure if dry eyes is rateable. I think he's service connected for it. I suffer from it too. Can he get service connected for dry eyes? Tell him, Jay Oliver, tell him what he needs to do. Get service connected for dry eyes. Just a little information. What could be done? What doctor he need to go to? Help out Josie. Now Betty Bob say he had all of it. He is community care doctor. Okay, wonderful. Aren't we doing it? Say, where's Pastor Dougie's news? Anybody send me a link on Pastor Dougie? I've been trying to find something what's going on with him. We got to do Dougie Talks. If we don't do it tonight, we'll do it on Sunday. Now let's see. Say thank you, Paul. Now you see the love we got up in here. That's why people are staying. Some people are not chatting, but they like the positive experience we're sharing with them, and that's gonna make them want to come back, huh? I told you, like what to say, down home, like where we know you by name and treat you like family. Now let's see. What? Somebody been okay. Maybe I let it play. Was it August 7th? I'm gonna have to check and make sure. I'm gonna cut some. Maybe that was me or somebody been actually filming my stuff. What you say? And the fact that y'all go over there to let y'all know y'all really engage in the channel. And we got a lot of emails. You something we're gonna be going over that in the future here. I'm not sure. And say MJ Smith say Charleston Dougie caught line. I showed like we're gonna go over that video next time. Y'all send me links to it because I know it's hard to find it now. But family, y'all are incredible here. Now, let me pull up the VA law. Let's see what we got. I know I got it. I want to go over what we kind of went over. I was breaking it down. Okay, now. Yeah, I want to go over this here. We went over one before. We're going to go over different sections that helps you say diagnostic codes. Okay. J. Oliver, Josie, they gave you the diagnostic code for dry eyes is, I believe it's for dry eyes, is 6025. Look it up on Google. Google is your friend. Is that all right? Now we're about to share this here. The VA law we went over last time, I want to say. What did we go over? Let me get it. I'm putting it up. So thanks for your patience. And we don't mind y'all chatting now. You know what I'm saying? Because now we get this, even though we do stuff at the after party, now we done with the major information. Just say thanks, Jay Oliver. And then Gary, look, Gary in here. Say, I had a sleep apnea CMP exam next week. What should I expect at the examination? Who've ever been to a CMP exam for sleep apnea, let Gary Walker know what should he expect, how should he be prepared, should he have a log, what should he make sure he point out if the CMP examiner doesn't ask the question, what should he let them know? That should What should I expect in an exam? My sleep study reveals severe sleep apnea. My apnea claim is a secondary. Yeah. Now, you got to tie it to your primary. What's your primary, if you don't mind letting us know? Better about say thank you, Jay Oliver. Now, family, let's get to this VA law. All right. Now, we went over interpretations of report. Now, today we're going to talk about resolution of reasonable doubt right here. So we're going to go over, Sister Betty Bobs gave us this information, and it's incredible. We're going right there. Now, listen, this is stuff that I use VA law to win my VA claims, because when you put it as your supporting documents, they can't refute the law. But if you don't quote the law, they can just, oh, we don't know what you're talking about. Now, listen what it says. Resolution of reasonable doubt. Sounds like a criminal trial, don't it? It is defined, hold on. It is defined and consistently applied policies of the Department of Veteran Affairs to administer the law under a broad interpretation, consistent, however, with the facts showing in every case, when after careful consideration of all procured and assembled data, a reasonable doubt arises regarding the degree of disability, such as doubt will be resolved in favor of the claimant. So if they got information for and against, if there's doubt whether you should get it or not get it, they supposed to rule on your behalf. How often do they do that? Come on now. You supposed to get the reason, what would I call it? Reasonable doubt should be in your favor. Betty Bob's, thank you, Jay Oliver. Then listen what Gary Walker say. Claiming sleep apnea is secondary to chronic sinusitis and rhinitis. Okay. Josie says, back to telling the truth of how your sleep apnea affected. So listen to what he's saying here about that sleep apnea when you're going in there. Back to telling the truth of how your sleep apnea affects you at work, doing social gatherings and routine, your routine day. If you stick with that, the medical records will do the rest. Yes. Benefit. I forgot. I used to say it, now I forgot it. Benefit of the doubt. So family, we went over VA law right there. Huh? Did we just go over VA law? Yes, we did. And we're going to go over different ones each time. We're going to talk about the evaluation of evidence, but we ain't doing that tonight. Let me tell y'all something. We're going over all this stuff. Now, let me see what else we got here. Let me see if I missed anything. No. Okay, let me see. I want to go. So now we're going to go to, we talked about the VA law. Now we're going to go breaking news. We're going to go over some of the news that we have. And I think I have something that I did here. And bear with me because I'm doing it on different things. I don't know if any of you heard about this. All right. And let's see if y'all heard about this. Breaking news. All right. Let me see, can I get to this? All right, let me see, can I get Share my screen. Here we go, family. So I'm doing a lot of jumping around. There we go. Now, thank you for letting me know, Jay Oliver. It's called Benefit of the Doubt. Now, listen. Have y'all heard about this? The VA offering construction loans for veterans to build their dream home. Did you hear about this? Having a house built is an excellent way to obtain your dream home. Building your own home could also be a solution in areas where they have low inventory market. While most construction projects can be complex, it's a great benefit for those veterans willing to invest the necessary time, energy, and funds into ensuring the project. Okay. Just like a traditional loan, VA home loan, where the veteran purchases a pre-existing or newly built property, there may be no down payment, no private mortgage insurance requirement, and depending on your VA disability rating, you may be exempt from a funding fee. So if you get your house built, it's going to be just like you getting one through the a VA home loan. That sounds good, don't it? So family, I'm giving you some news. If you want to get a house built on your property and you want to do it yourself, this is an option from what they're saying. I ain't necessarily been able to fully verify everything. That's some good information. Let me see what else I got in here. That was what I had. Oh, family, did we go over it? Now we got something else for you. Oh, I ain't mean to do all that. Now, this one, so family, get ready to because we got our people doing their job. Say, no, I hadn't heard of that. Well, we learning now, huh? That's why I say thank y'all. Now I find stuff too. I'm gonna try to start getting all these articles out. I haven't been doing an excellent job of that, so I do apologize. Yes, H-Town, but more lenders have own rules on ratio income to debt. Yes, we have 26 likes and 18 watching. Thank you for those that are watching live and recorded. We thank you so much. Now, wow, sis, you breaking it down. Now, let's see what I got here. This is what I kind of alluded to a little earlier, since we're celebrating the birthday of the Coast Guard. Well, they doing their job from what I'm gathering here. So we so proud of our Coast Guard members. You understand? Let's see what we got here. Y'all ready for this here? Let's see what Coast Guard doing. Uh-oh, what we got going on here? The U.S. Coast Guard. Is that a video? Oh, boy. I didn't know it was a video. Oh, Lord. Give me a second, fam. I don't think it's a video. Let me go back over here and say fair use. Fair use, family, fair use. This for educational purpose only. I don't think it's a video. So give me a second. Yeah, it looked like it may be. So fair use, family. I turn that music off because we're gonna see if it plays. I don't know. Look at that. Look what they discovered, all them drugs. You telling me the Coast Guard don't be doing their job? Look at this. That's that dope. The drugs are so heavy, they got to carry them with a doggone lift. Excuse me? How much money that is? We're
No,
going
don't cross. There you go.
Wow. Fam, what's really going on now? What? Tell somebody, tell them see. Okay, look what they say here. Huh? Look. And why the Coast Guard, y'all so quiet? When I go on the Coast Guard base, I be nervous because ain't nobody, they real polite. They just don't do a whole bunch of talking. What's going on, Coastie? Now listen what Coast Guard offloads more than 88 million in illicit drug interdiction in the Eastern Pacific. Coast Guard Southeast District 305-781-6922. Miami, U.S. Coast Guard. Y'all listening to me? Miami, U.S. Coast Guard cutter, and I guess that's one of the ship. Escabana, I don't know how to say that. Crew offloaded approximately 11,922 pounds of cocaine. Can I say that again? 11,922 pounds of it, worth an estimated 88.2 million Tuesday at Port Everglades. Somebody let me know, Coastie or anybody else, let me know if that's in the Everglades itself. The seized contraband was the result of 3 separate, what is that called? Interdictions. What is that? What's an interdiction? In the Eastern Pacific by the crew of the Escanaba Pacific Area Tactical Law Enforcement Team and embarked Coast Guard helicopters interdiction tactical squadron air crew. What in the world is that? Now I want to know what's up with that. And now are they doing their job? Come on, fam. Look at that. Come on now. While Coast is still riding on his yacht. Huh? He supposed to be out there in the mix. He out there retired. He living that soft life. I ain't hating. Now listen to what he said. Betty Bob say, that's how he got this. oh Lord, don't put him out there. Coastie, no comment, Coastie. He said, look at Betty Bob say, that's how he got his retired yacht. No comment. Tell him you reserve your comment till a later date. Huh? Where I got the Bentley from, I don't know. I'm holding it for somebody until they get out of jail. Oh, we better stop joking, huh? Now listen, MG Smith said, I wonder how they disposed of that. I know they better not take it around my cousin. look what Kevin say. I'm trying to stay professional, Kevin. He say no nose candy. Oh, y'all got to now listen. Is this Coastie's yacht? Whoa, Coastie, we need you to come up here, man. We ain't gonna let them let you go out like that, Coastie. Coastie, you ain't going out like that. Tell them show some respect what you got. Yeah, you just say I'm holding it for a friend. Man, family, is that not amazing? Family, did y'all see that? They did their job without a whole bunch of what do you call it, fanfare and all that, and we thank them for that. Always doing their job with using humility, and we thank them so much. Come on now, fam. Smash that like button if you haven't done. I hope that that information was good. We'll go over more next time because we at 3 hours and 20 minutes. We want to get out of here. So in a timely manner. Now about our channel. All right, about our channel. We are interactive channel, as you can see. Some issues do try to come up because of trolling. People may not know they're trolling, but if you're disruptive the channel, if you're bringing attention to yourself, whether you real liked in here or not, it don't matter. You can't be doing that. You're gonna get timed out, and I'm already on the move with it. If it gets bad, no matter how popular anybody is, nobody's above the rules. Now let's see. Man. So transparent. That's why I straight up. One time I showed the email, some old crazy weird person emailing me, telling me not to contact them, and they contact me. I say, you stop contacting me. And they got quiet. And I knew they were acting like they was a woman, but it wasn't no woman, because women don't let no man get the last word. Now listen, and we're protective here. And we do this because the interaction is because now listen to what I'm saying. Because other veterans can host it, got them bricks. Oh Lord. Now you talking about housing bricks. We're not gonna get him out there, them feds on him. My daughter be joking with me. I said, don't get them people on me. Hosting good people. Now Jay Oliver says, now I didn't know what that meant. And Coasty, how does an operation like that take place? Are y'all leading it if it's found on water, or do you get with local law enforcement and y'all work together? Let us know, Coasty, if you're still in the room. He may not be able to say nothing because it's top secret. I know he got a security clearance, so don't say nothing if you can't say nothing, bro. I know he got one. Y'all be thinking, man. Remember, they part of Homeland Security. You think man, Coasty got some he said, look, no, my yard is small. You had all them bricks. I mean, whoa, is your yacht leaning to the side? Did you have how many pounds was on there? Now, boy, you a mess. H-Town, women don't have time for that. We just deal with you. Yeah, if a woman, let me tell you something about a woman. If she gonna stalk you, she not gonna get her girlfriend to stalk you. She gonna stalk you. Her girlfriend might come with her, but she ain't getting no other one. She gonna be doing her work. Yeah, this dude dressing up like a woman, probably sitting somewhere looking in the mirror with makeup on and a miniskirt, talking about why H-Town don't love me no more. Dude, you need to get it. You need to get help. Now, and once you pointed that out, Betty Bops, that it wasn't a woman, it was a dude, never heard from him again. I got the email, didn't block the email or nothing. Right there, because that's just going to be more documentation. Oh, look what he said. We just don't deal with you. Right, that's how you do it. And then Kevin Coburn Sr. say, Coasty got that Tony Montana. Oh, man, I love it. Now, back to Jay Oliver. Interdiction, okay, means they shot a few thousand rounds over the bow of the vessel with the drugs on board and convinced them to allow the Coast Guard to board them and relieve them of the illegal cargo. Boy, y'all sure put that in some real clean, sanitized language. They shot over the bow. That's an interdiction, huh? I thought that the drug interdictions, when they say, come on, fam, you got a problem. Oh, man, y'all too much. Fam, that we thank them. We're going to be doing more stories like that. And we thank them for what they do. Now, here your opinion counts, family. Come on now. You'd see that. But now we have time to do it. But we don't play gotcha. H-Town, you don't read my stuff. H-Town, why you don't like me? H-Town, it's there. H-Town, that there. Now, come on now. If you got some issues, your concerns, that's okay. But don't be 6 months. We shouldn't be dealing with the same stuff. Let's do right. No gotcha. Got you this time, H-Town. Well, if you got me, go on say what you got and I'll correct it. Now, listen, Gary Walker say, y'all get off of Coasty. That G14 classified. Uh-oh. He can neither confirm nor deny anything. You see how short his statement is? Look. He say, no, he didn't deny having a yacht. He say, no, my yacht is smaller. Isn't that a contradiction in terms, Coasty? Coasty, what's a thing as a small yacht? That's like a woman almost being pregnant. Am I cutting up too much? Do I need to get back on task? Oh man, y'all something else. Now, we don't do no gaslighting here. Playing psychological game. Gaslighting was an actual play from the 1930s where a man was manipulating his wife, trying to get her to think she was crazy. And the name of the play was gaslighting. So you come in 1 minute, you're trying to convince me, then you can't convince me, then you're trying to pull the chat to your side, and then if I correct you, you're gonna act like you the victim. Why H-Town be doing me like this? He don't do no. No, you saw what I did to Mr. Expert. Y'all know I got documentation on you. You know that, right? That I won't say nothing. I just start putting the documentation on the screen. We don't want to get to that. So let's be peaceful for the new people coming in so we can show respect. Huh? The reason I haven't done a lot of stuff is because I want to give y'all chances. But you're gonna wear out your welcome, and then that's gonna be it. Now, regular scheduled live streams on Sundays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. Let us know how our sound is. Is it okay? Is it too low, too loud? Let us know. And we do impromptu live streams throughout the week. Sometimes they'll be on Tuesdays at Central Time. How to contact us? You can contact us through email at htownvetnorthside@gmail.com. You can contact us at somebody recording my thing. That's somebody recording trying to make money off my channel at H-Town Northside. Now, and you reporting it, they probably heard him got off. I'm gonna find out where that's at. Because somebody recording my stuff, I'm gonna put a strike against them. Huh? You can't, how you gonna do a player? Huh? If you gonna use my stuff, say where you got it from. You know, I tell y'all, I get it from the guy, that smooth brother with the ascot. If I got some information, I tell you. If I already knew it and I heard him say it, I already knew it. But yeah, I said when CF Div had some solid information, I told y'all where I got it from back in the game. Yeah, now, and if you want to go to our YouTube channel at H-Town Northside, there's the channel. Look at our videos. Please go. I need to watermark your information. I need to know how to do that because the watermark don't always come up. So I need to know how to do it on this program. So let me know how to do it. If anybody know how to do it, watermark in StreamYard, let me know. Now, then we have our donation information, PayPal, and our Cash App. And thank you for our 20th, our 2,000 subscribers. Brother Kevin Cobart Sr. gave us $102, and our brother, I think Jay Oliver, gave us $100. Thank you. Somebody send me some information when y'all get a chance in the next few days on watermarking and how to monetize my channel. Please do that, because I know I'm good at this because I was an educator, but I'm not good at the technology like that. I'm letting money go away because I ain't monetized. I don't know how to do it. You say H-Town, that ain't true. No, I don't. I'm not good at everything. Betty Bob say, wow, that got to be a man. Woman don't have that much time. Wow, do you hear me? Man, they sitting here copying my channel and putting it up there. And look, you know something wrong because they chatting. They have it where they can chat. They copying my channel. Jay Oliver say, it had me tardy for the party. Yeah. I'm a check. I'm a see what's going on, man. Somebody see, once you get 2,000 subscribers, that's why them trolls want to be in, because they saw I was gonna blow up. Now that's another thing I want to give Mr. Expert respect on. He saw my channel going places, even though he didn't like it. He didn't want to see no other black man do nothing. Whatever daddy issues, you got to deal with it on your own. If you don't want to be dragged like I'm dragging right now, I compliment you, then pop you upside the head at the same time. Don't act a fool on my channel, because I'm not going to say nothing to you. I'm going to just let you go on for months. I'm like the feds. They have a 99% conviction rate. I'm going to let you play in my face, document it, then I'm going to do a whole reel on you. And you ain't going to be able to say nothing. Because when everybody start putting the pieces together, you saw what I did. I saw people dropped off when they saw me put that reel together for that expert troll. They say, dog, H-Town ain't as dumb as I thought he was. Isn't that called bootleg? Yeah, but I got to find out who they doing it. Send that to me. If you don't, y'all send it to me. Wait, we going to figure it out. Fam, see, when you start growing, you have problems. Thank y'all, family. That's our contact information. And if you email me, make sure that you let me know what your username is, because some of y'all use y'all regular name on the email. Let me know what your name is in the chat. And we welcome everybody, veterans, non-veterans, everybody welcome. You just got to be cooperative. Now, if you're a bad actor, you can just listen in. You don't have to chat. But cutting up in the chat won't be tolerated, because this is what we use to get people to come in. You know, we don't have to be perfect. We're going to argue, disagree. That's okay. Ain't something to argue. We're just going to disagree. Now, we honor all branches of service: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard, and Space Force, even though we don't have a flag up there. We salute everybody and we thank you for all that you do. Family, we doing this thing. Now, we don't rank veterans here. All veterans and even non-veterans, you all respected. Now, it is a veterans channel, so that would be our focus, but everybody has a voice here. Whether you're dependents of veterans or just veteran supporters, but we focus on veteran issues most of the time. In the after party, you can talk about what you want to talk about within reason. Now, we try to bring, let me ask y'all, family, I need to ask y'all again. Do you think we brought you a quality slideshow tonight? Did we bring you a quality presentation tonight? Let us know. Let us know how you feel about that. Do you think, have you seen, let me know the channels, because if the other channels that have quality like this, what I'm doing, I want to learn from them too, and I'll let them know where I got it from. Let me know if there's any other channel. You say yes. Do y'all know any other channel bring this kind of quality? Let us know. Now, Betty Bob say yes, he did. H-Town, Betty Bob say H-Town. Let's say happy birthday to Military Mike. Okay, hopefully he's watching a retake. Happy birthday, Military Mike. Everybody say happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right. Now, to Military Mike for his birthday today, and we appreciate it, and that's good. And some said it earlier, so thank. Happy birthday, Military Mike. Jay Oliver say happy birthday, Military Mike. Charleston say yes, it was full of information. Was the information overwhelming or confusing? Did I connect it? I took time to try to connect it where it didn't overwhelm you. Top notch, Jay Oliver say the information was. Okay. Now, remember, even with the information that I put out tonight, because of trolling and clickbait, you need to make sure you verify any information you get from anybody. All right. Now, listen, I'm real with what I do. The reason I don't argue with people when they're cutting up on the channel, and we've had several things as of late in the last few months that people cutting up, is because I'm not going to let them have the image of that. They're not that relevant. When you cutting up, you're not that relevant. You're trying to be relevant on my channel. So I'm going to get you up out the paint on the back end of the game. Okay? Because I warned you several times. And you know y'all, because they run off when they do their dirt. And some on their last leg. All right, let's continue. Suggestion box, which is our email, htownvet@gmail.com. Our brother Kevin Kobar Sr. some great ideas of veteran topics and non-veteran topics about your credit, keeping your credit straight and everything. That's going to be a good thing. Now, MG Smith of H-Town, you did an excellent job tonight. Very informative. We're going to try to continue to bring this quality because we're trying to take up the level when we got 2,000 people subscribed, and we're getting in 2 days, in a 48-hour period, we got over 1,000 people watching the videos. Come on now, that's what, like 3,000-4,000 in a about 3,000 or so in a week. We trying to get it up there. Thank you. Now listen, Gary says tonight's live gets another good report card, H-Town. And I don't mind y'all being, telling me why I can improve too. Be real with me now. Because remember what Charles would say, when I first met you, I want to know what your angle was. Sound like he's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania somewhere. Now, Kevin Kobar Sr. said, outstanding job. Thank you, brother. Now, and congratulations. And then Paul Cox say, happy birthday, Military Mike. Now, Coasty said, yes, it was very informative. Then Paul Cox says, yes, outstanding job, H-Town. And then he says, Brother Charles say, happy birthday, Military Mike. Enjoy. Yes, indeed. Come on now. New releases coming through, fam. We've been having. Go back and watch the one we did on protecting the coastline. 235 years. And we saw an example in the news section tonight. The U.S. Coast Guard. I want to say they was birthed in 1790, about 10 or 15 years after the Navy, but they were the first ones that was doing the maneuvers around here in the United States. Now, let's continue. Thank you, and thank Coasting. Watch this one here. 100% made easy. We define the terms like gaslighting, right? Clickbait, we talk about it all. False flagging. We let you know the games that people play. We put definitions to them. Go watch this video. And it's kind of a compliment to this one where people, you can make 100% easy. Ain't no such thing. Now, thank y'all. Watch our video we did when we celebrated our 2,000 subscriber mark. We thank y'all for those that watched it live, was there, and those that watch it recorded. And I want to give a special thanks to Major Boomer, who's always giving me good information. We're going to cover on the next live stream. He's, for those that don't know, Major Boomer is what, taking care on family duty, taking care of an elder family member, and that's what him and his wife be pulling duty. So he's, committed to that. but he comes when he can. And we miss Chaplain Davis and love him too. Now, these people done brought nothing positivity. But when I come through Mobile, they better take a break if they can to come see me. You know, I want to meet them at one of them barbecue places, that sausage place over there. Now, watch this one. This is for people getting out the military. This is the one for you, Brother Timothy. This is when they try to keep the sick call police. Watch this video. This is the thumbnail. When they try to keep you from going to sick call by trying to discourage you. Then we said who's our target audience here at the H-Town Vet. We talked about that. That was a video, live stream. And this one, the 4 conditions most likely to be reduced or reevaluated. Mental health conditions such as PTSD and depression, especially if they're temporary ratings, mainly temporary ratings. Musculoskeletal, like back pain, joint problems. Number 3, respiratory conditions such as asthma and sleep apnea. They can be reduced. They common. These are the top 4. Auditory issues such as hearing loss and tinnitus. Sorry, Brother Charleston, just reporting the news. Now, but you should be straight. They usually don't mess with it. Now, then them reducing your percentage rating without an exam, not your percentage rate, reducing the amount of money you got. No exam required. Yeah, your percentage rating too, but it doesn't affect your overall percentage. Now, then we talk about blocking H-Town vision. All right. We trying to make sure this thing works. Then we had the one on migraines. We went over some of the slides tonight, but we have a complete video on migraines and service connection, migraine headaches. Come on now, fam. Then coming soon, fam, we got a video. We haven't done this one yet, even though we use it as a slide tonight. We're going to do a full video on individual unemployability and the value of having that rating. Because remember, I was individual unemployability temporary IU for a number of 3 or 4 years. Now it's the after party. Any questions, comments, concerns, let us know. Anything on your mind, if you want to talk, if you feel, and we real talk here, as long as it's within reason. If it's something you feel that, you know, you want to talk to me about, or any debate or complaint, let us know. And I'm talking about something that we can generally talk about. If it's too personal, give me on email. Because like a lot of drama, I ain't gonna do on the channel like this here, because that's just a waste of time. Okay, saying okay. Now, fam, he said, I will send you an email in the morning. Thank you so much, sister. Charlton says, should make good night. Okay. Now, family, let's, if y'all got nothing else, because we kind of chatted it up, go ahead and we're going to start saying, I want to ask you this here, though, before you go. I want to hear from you. I want to ask you this question. Any questions, comments, concerns is one of them. How's the weather? Is it snowing, raining? Is it extreme heat where you at? And while you telling us that, let us know what the temperature, and we're going to close out. Now, let's see what we say. Kevin says, just moved to Clarksville this week. Okay, congratulations. Now, Charlton say, Betty Bob Ship may thank for you. Good night. Okay, thanks for you. Good night. Yes, indeed. And I know, I'm sorry, kept, because I know the migraines and stuff. I should try to go and get off, but we're going to say good night, fam. Let us good night. And then everybody say, we thank God for him having a safe trip with him and his family. Kevin Colbart Sr. just moved to Clarksville. Now, who else live in Clarksville? Now, not Clarksville. What's that brother? He lives in Somethingville. Who lives? One of you, Jay Oliver or MG Smith. One of them lives in Cooksville, Tennessee. Who lives in Cooksville? Now listen. All right. Now, Coach said, congratulations, Kevin. Betty Bob said, good night. Family, good night. I'll see family on Sunday, 68 degrees where she at. Then we got Jay Oliver say the clothing allowance should come out October the 31st. Do they pay you one time and do they tax it? Coaches say, night, Betty. Now, Charleston Zimmerman says, 70 degrees with smoky today, hard on my COPD. All right, you take it easy, brothers. You take it easy. We're going to be praying for you. Jay Oliver say, good night, family. You know what I like about Coasty? When y'all hear me talking, y'all think I'm crazy when I be talking about people cutting up in here or whatever else I'm talking. But Coasty gets it most time. I think he gets exactly what I'm saying. He's observant. A lot of time, even me, I get caught up in stuff not knowing. But when I go back and look at the live stream, I said, look at this continual problem. Y'all know I go back and look because I'm focused. Look at that. And I hate people doing slick stuff on me. I don't like them. That's my pet peeve. Jay Oliver say, Cooksville, Tennessee. Then Kevin Kobar-Singh say, good night, family. Enjoy those benefits, brother. Now, he not only did he enjoy them, he come back and support us, and he gave us some financial blessing. Thank you, brother. Now, MG Smith say, Kevin, congratulations, brother. Yes, indeed. Now, Jay Oliver say, I live in Louisiana. Okay, Jay Oliver lives in Louisiana. Now, look, tax, I don't know. It's my first one. Anybody been getting a clothing allowance? They don't. That's tax exempt too or not? MG Smith says 74 degrees, partly cloudy, Cooksville, Tennessee. Good night, family. Turn on those notifications and support H-Town. So support when I'm doing the live streams in the daytime, when I'm doing the pre-recorded videos. Come on in there, give me a like, and it's just gonna be some of the older videos. Some of them you may not have seen because we have over 200 and some videos in our library. Right here in Houston, it is 82 degrees, and it's been showers on and off. My brother called me. Yeah, indeed. So, family, we want to thank you. Thank you for all that y'all do. We got 15 people, and family, we're going to end up having hundreds of people, and it's going to get, but see, y'all, man, because y'all got to understand, some of these people come at different live streams, so we got at least 50 to 70 people who are loyal chat members. I ain't talking about but we thank you of those that don't chat. We thank you too. But we want to have y'all, some y'all can listen to. Listen, oh man, I'm feeling good. Okay. Coasty says it's 6 in Massachusetts. He says 65 and clear. Has been smoky past few days from Canada wildfire. Oh, that's why it's been smoky over there by you, Kevin. Not Kevin, brother Charleston. Y'all be careful now. Make sure you have proper ventilation, because I don't want to be worried about my fam now. How bad has it been, y'all? Has the air been polluted? Find out what the pollution level is in the air. Paul Cox says Coleman, Alabama is 76 degrees, but man, was it humid. Have a good night, family. Yes, indeed. Family, y'all been doing, we on 3 hours and 49 minutes, and we want to thank y'all for being so supportive, so kind, and we want to see y'all on the next one. And we thank all the active duty members and those transitioning out of the military and all other veterans. We want you to have a wonderful night, and we thank you. And let me pull up my I didn't mean to do it like that. Okay.
So we got to say, did we answer the question? And the question was, let me look at the banner. And y'all let us know yes or no before you roll out. How the VA disability ratings are not easy, but a direct function of symptoms and severity level. If you answered the question, put a Y in the chat or a thumbs up. If we didn't, put a no in the chat and a thumbs down. We don't punish people for telling the truth here. We just up our game. Let us know, family. All right. Now let's see what they say. So Kevin say we answered the question tonight. Now, Josie say, can I push another person's YouTube channel that I think? Well, send me. I don't promote it just like that. You got to send it to me on my email. I see whether another person's YouTube channel that I think will greatly help the veterans community. Can I just mention their YouTube channel? No, not like that, because I have to approve of it, because I have everything come through. It might be somebody say, oh yeah, and nobody say, oh no. And on times that I ask you, sometimes you can do it then, but no, because you don't want to ever start that on no YouTube channel, Josie. I know you don't mean, because other people start doing it and they'll be having all kinds of stuff up here. I like to vet everything that's coming through my channel, because you'll get what I'm saying, because I learned that from my mentor, that if we don't just give people free promotion, unless it's like when we talking about that doctor. I asked him, hey, who the name of that doctor? And I went over to the doctor channel. Now, so send me an email and tell me who it is, and I'll look them up and I'll see, because I'm responsible for what's put on the channel. You know what I'm saying? And let me see. Kevin says yes. Charleston say yes. Betty Bob say 68 degrees. MG Smith say yes. Well, family. So do that. But I appreciate you asking. No harm, no foul, brother. No problem. But I learned that from my mentor. You don't promote nobody else stuff because they're not promoting my stuff over there. Now, if it's a mutual thing, we can work it out. Now, family, I want y'all to have a good night. And Josie, I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm glad for what you got. And family, we want to say thank you. And Military Mike's birthday, happy birthday. And we want to say welcome to the Hundo Club, and those that got increased ratings. We thank you. And we covered the topic tonight. There's no such thing as 100% guaranteed. No such thing. That's clickbait. Ain't no easy. We make it easy. We showed you what you have to do to get these percentages. And so you have a good night. Until next time, we'll talk to you. Family.